sister on a top bunk, and
Mm.
my brother was packing the rest of his stuff. So my brother flew me down, and then I drove the
Mm.
U-Haul truck, and he drove
Mm.
his car all the way back up here. So I'd made that trip twice.
Oh damn.
Um, yeah, and once in a 20-foot U-Haul. So that was great. And
Jeez.
yeah, so get up here. I worked for Dunkin' Donuts for about 2.5 months, about 3 months. And then I ended up getting in training with a union because they have a
Oh,
VA program. If you're a veteran, basically you get
nice.
sh- expedited into the union. There's some people that were like pre-apprentices for like 2 years before they did the 10-week course. I got jumped straight into the 10-week course, so I'm
Wait.
basically
I heard
immediately in.
apprentice. Are you working a trade job right now?
Yeah, I'm an
Nice. What trade?
HVAC tech.
Oh my
HVAC.
God, my brother in
So
Christ. Man, experience I know. What's up?
yeah, so it's pretty neat, and they have a veteran program.
All right,
So I get
so
the GI Bill on top of what I make. So like
so
the
HVAC wise, what did you go into? Did you go to field work for rough kits, for trim kits, or did you go for service?
service, but
Ah, that's where the
but
money's
my
at.
yeah, because like your house doesn't break down, so you can't really like call a carpenter, right?
No.
But you need to call an HVAC tech every time your AC gives out, and every time the weather gets
Mm-hmm.
super cold or super hot, you need an HVAC tech, which
Yeah,
is great.
absolutely.
And then installs like that. That's basically like your job
So
ends
I
up
was
getting.
on the realm of the work you do, specifically service. I was a warehouse manager for about 3 years. Skeet was with me, so if he's still in here, he can give you
Yep.
a little bit of sidebar experience on this. But I was in there longer than he was, even though he hated it.
Mhm.
Rough and trim kits. Rough and
Yeah, it
trim
sucked.
is here's the problem with that. It is a time span trade. So you can get really good hours, you can get really good pay, but the problem is if the company you work for does not consistently buy into locations being built. So foundations and neighborhoods being up for sale, for
Mhm.
having contractors come in, highest bidder gets that contract. That contract is now entirely that company. They do all of the installs, they do all the rough kits, they do all the trim work. I was managing all of those materials going out to those places.
Yeah.
Problem was
So
that has a lifespan. So the year I got laid off was the same year that they lost all of the big contracts they were supposed to get. I was out of a job.
that's
So
pretty
it was
shitty.
literally I was core personnel. Like I had watched 4 or 5 crews get laid off in the actual
Ooh.
trades of doing those houses, but they kept me because it's like you're on top of your shit, you're good, we got you. But when we had virtually zero work, it's like we're just gonna cut you now. I'm like, but how are like when you get your next contract, how are you gonna have shit? Is someone else already like knowledgeable about this shit? Sorry, we don't
That
have work.
sucks,
We
dude.
don't need you. Laid off, type of shit.
Yeah.
In service, you are universally kept in any company because even if they lose all of their contracts, they still have their service contracts. You
Yep.
cannot, unless that company goes under, you cannot get fired. You cannot get laid off unless you fuck up your job royally. You have a
Yes, but there's
permanent placement job, essentially.
that coin is double-sided. So like I
Yes.
can't get laid off. I work for a union. So the
Yeah.
union handles everything. I get our guaranteed raise every year. After 5 years, I'll be making nearly $50 an hour. So like I'm Gucci. And like the first 2 years I'm on the job training. So on top of my wages, I get BAH from the VA from the GI Bill. So like I'm Gucci right now. Um,
Oh,
so
what is it?
like when I got here, I was living with my mom and my sister, sleeping on the top bunk of a loft, and my brother was sleeping on the bottom bunk, and no space. It was rough, dude. And getting in with this union was in like it was just a blessing. I can't even say it was lucky. It was like I felt like my military time was kind of useless, and then I had this job opportunity, and if I didn't go to the military, I wouldn't have this job opportunity, and I would be like a server or something somewhere, and it would suck. And it was just I was feeling so incredibly blessed, and like the timing was perfect for it. So they trained me for 10 weeks, and then I go into a pre-apprentice year, and then I go into a first-year apprentice. And I'm gonna be making like $21.33 plus my wages, like $2,133 from the VA plus my wages for the first 6 months, and then it drops 25% every 6 months. So by the time I'm a first year and I get that $5 raise to $25 an hour, because I'm making $21.33 an hour. By the time that happens, I will already be making $25 an hour. So it's like that increase is so nice. After doing that 10-week program, I got to get my own place. I have my own apartment up here. I live outside the city, which is great. It's been just an incredible blessing. I've been here for almost a year now. I got here on January 2nd. Streaming, I'd give you the details of why I had to leave. I'm pretty sure you kind of already know. So yeah, it's just been so nice up here. The winters have not been crazy. Like, I got here January 2nd, you'd expect it to be snowing. There's no snow on the ground. When there is, it's like a couple days and it goes back to normal. Right now it's like 60 degrees. You know, and winter's just started. It's got down to like 14, 15 degrees. But like, it's just like Florida. You go from a warm box to a warm box, and in Florida you go from a cold box to a cold box. You're like, oh, it's AC inside, let's go to my car that has AC to go to my job that has AC. And then it's like, here you go from your house that has heating to your car that has heating to your job that has heating. And you really like, it's no different, but I love it. I bought a poncho, so I can send you a picture of that. I'm fucking, yeah, dude, there's so many different styles, but this state is great, man. If you ever need like a huge change and a backup plan,
so
like, I would recommend it, especially with your military
my problem
experience.
is I went through the VA here, so I have a 30-year mortgage. I'm kind of locked in here for the time being until I hit a stable point that I can remortgage or move. So I'm kind of like, I think, locked in for the first 10 years.
Oh, dang. Well,
so
I mean, can't you sell your house anyway?
I could, but the problem would be the logistics of it. Like, you don't just get paid out money to do that kind of shit. You have to take equity out of your house sale to do that. So I'd have to sell this house, buy another house in another state, and then with the difference in that money, use that to facilitate, getting the moving truck, getting all my stuff together, taking all my stuff to the new house, moving over there, and then moving jobs. Working with Ford, realistically, I can universally move to any state. Problem is the availability. As of right now, there's a tech shortage nationwide. So I could effectively get work anywhere.
And you work with Ford right now?
Yeah.
That's pretty sweet. What are you doing?
As of right now, I am in between being trained to be a full-on tech, but I am a lube technician at the current state, which is just like a basic technician. Like, you walked in, did a job application, you work on cars.
Okay.
But because I've showed so much mechanical prowess as up to this point, and I've actually done the online classes, they're pushing me to do more shit. So effectively, the best way I can compare this is I started in July, and at this current point, I am replacing drive shafts and doing body work on cars.
Okay, so you're.
So I am not. Yeah, I'm not your basic, like, just does a tire change, just does a tire rotation, just does an oil change on your car. They're giving me full-on technician work. It's just they cannot give me everything because I'm not qualified to do it, and you need to be qualified for the company to vet that you get paid for it. That's the only that's the only stopping point. Like, I can't do electrical body work because if I try to do electrical body work, I wouldn't get paid for it. Though I can do a diagnostic on it and be like, this is what's going wrong with your car. You need to replace this. Your alternator's bad. You have a parasitic draw. This is where the parasitic draw is coming from based off of a pinpoint test. Like, I can do this kind of shit, but I can't get paid for it yet, so I have to go through the classes to get certified to be able to just do it. So now I'm just waiting on class wait lists is the problem.
Who just left?
I have no idea.
Oh,
Oh,
Skeet.
about Skeet.
Yeah, Irish goodbye probably, or his internet went out.
He was having power problems the other day.
He literally, we started that
He's still
zombies
online.
game and he fucking just died.
So
Like his internet or his power went straight the fuck out.
I sent you 2 pictures. One of them I'm going to delete. The top one is why I had to leave Florida. I found that. It's my dad's girlfriend's. Don't show this on stream.
I have 2 screens, dog. You're good. Oh wait. Oh no, this is a story cutscene. That's why I can't pull out my guns.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna be locked into a cutscene after this. Discord. What happened? Oh.
So the top one, yeah. And I found the actual substance. The actual, not just this, but like the actual thing in a vial.
That's bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I had to go. Had to go.
Uh-huh. No, totally understandable.
And the worst part is I called.
Hologun? Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
I'm familiar with it. That's a nice hollow site.
Yep.
Good site
And then I had
picture,
the
too.
poncho in the. I was in Tennessee. And when in Tennessee, you know, when in
This
Rome.
motherfucker got a full-on Stetson. Sweet.
Yeah,
Jesus, don't
bro. I
remind
got
me
a
of the
Stetson
Cavs.
in a.
Fucking don't
Bro, I
remind
got
me
a
of the Cavs, you fucking Western
I'll send
fuck.
it to you. I'll send it to you too, Aura, so you don't feel left out. I got you.
Oh.
Fucking Western fuck.
Not the stuff that I found, because
No. We're
that's
good. We're good there.
just,
No, that's
not necessary.
I have no idea what you're talking about already.
You're sloshed again. The
Yep.
stalker. He's back.
But
Those
I'll send you a
papers I
picture of
mentioned,
the.
you have
So I
them.
was in Tennessee, and you know,
Where
when
are
in
your
Rome, you gotta
manners,
fucking
young man?
dress the
You
style.
won't even
So
offer a man a
I got
shit
this
and pour him a
this
cold
cowboy
one.
hat, and this.
Here.
I had this poncho already.
I don't want to
But I
be
got this
anywhere
cowboy hat.
near these things.
It was for Derek's wedding, Joji.
Yes, this is it.
Yeah.
At last.
Oh, Derek got
So
married?
There's nothing
Yeah, dude.
exciting
It's
in
pretty
there anyhow.
Here, check it out. This is what I dressed
I've
like
told you
to the
before,
wedding.
young man.
Yeah,
If even
my
my
why not?
own work
Shot.
can end in
Bro,
failure.
dude, I looked
This
like a
motherfucker
pimp,
wasn't
man.
exactly
I looked
This
so
motherfucker
good.
Looks like a secondary
Boy.
character off Red Dead. Get the
Haven't
fuck
you
out of
heard?
here.
Fuck
tapped
yeah,
into the X
bro.
network,
I look
brought
so
the
good.
monolith back.
You look
and
like you
caused
sell
a bloodbath
brandies
all over
outside of the
zone.
saloon in Red Dead,
So
dog.
Your project?
Yeah,
The
bro.
abilities
I
you
look like
incorporate-
the character that dies
shut
for your
up.
character
I
development.
knew I was right
Oh
all
my
along.
god, you're a character
that
art
bunch of old
character.
farts in
So
pots
hard.
haven't given up on my research. Hooking him up to the
Darn it,
monolith
I'm gonna head off
was a
and go make
stroke
some
of
dinner.
genius.
You by all
Okay.
means.
I will be
I'm gonna
lurking,
go
my dear.
shoot more Russians in the head.
Have fun.
What's in your
Bye,
fridge?
darling.
Catch you later, Aura.
Congrats to me on getting things going.
Oh, thank you, thank you. I
got some
feel like not so
bread.
much a loser, so I appreciate that.
Good luck, and may the new year treat you well.
Yeah, you too.
Trust me,
good
I
talking
hope
to you.
so. My only concern
Yeah.
is going
Sorry
in
if
the
I-
flat rate.
Sorry if I kind of dominated the conversation. I didn't mean to.
Have
so.
fun.
No, trust me. 9 times out of 10, we're just sitting here quietly in a Discord, just fucking
Me and
making
Q-Tip
noises.
don't talk.
Dude,
No.
I feel it. That's how it goes whenever you've been
Oh,
friends for a
boy.
long time. You got nothing to talk about. Just being
Thanks
quiet
for the-
together is nice.
Just put
Thanks.
my audiobooks up. But anyways,
Dude,
ADHD aside, boys.
And I told them
Alright, catch
that
you
the
later.
only way to create a true controller is to preserve his capacity to think. Sure, right now the choices he's making don't align with what the ward, the end.
Okay.
I found the suppressor. Can you install it?
All right. I almost forgot the reason you're
Evo
here.
Puff, please.
All the work I did. It's all become meaningless. You're going to kill Faust.
Yes, I
A lot
have
of
to.
people
But-
died because
Yeah,
of him.
man. It's
Were
been
they
an incredible,
good
like
people?
a crazy blessing to
Well,
be up here. Because like
Then find other
I was,
good people
I was
to
spinning
install the
wheels.
suppressor. I'm not a technician.
I was going crazy. And
You're
sorta,
as much
like, as
of
you
a
know, I
fool
was
as
the,
I am if you think you
stoner.
can set things
like
Yeah.
right.
that was not a
The
hidden
controller
secret.
project was abandoned, and
and
yet Faust
was-
endures.
Really, my dopamine receptors were fried. I couldn't feel
Monolith
pleasure unless I was
disappeared,
high, you know,
and
and I was always
now
chasing
it
a
has
higher high because
returned.
once you are high all the
Go
time,
ahead and kill
that's basically your
Faust,
baseline. You become the normal
Stalker.
you, so you're
It
never
won't
high.
change a thing.
And I was
You
going
see.
absolutely crazy
Hang
because
on.
if I was feeling
I'll
normal,
give you a real quick one. I'll let you continue in a second. Yeah, go ahead.
yeah. So basically, my normal was me being high, and because of
Mhm.
that, when I felt normal, I felt down, like depressed, and everything was fried. I didn't know how to like change after witnessing like my father and my mother. Um, I had a lot of bad examples of my own habits and tendencies in breaking away from like my parents' habits and tendencies that I had acquired over time, and it's just been like a godsend to be here. And I just kind of made the jump. That's why I wasn't online for like 6 months, is I was just
Oh no, I
grinding,
figured
man.
you were taking care of yourself. I get it, you.
Yeah.
Trust me. Piggybacking off what you were talking about. Realistically, I'm not the most forthcoming, and I'm certainly not the most social. Skeet can attest to this. The closest person that has been to me through all of this that I've been through was Aura, and Aura caught me at the lowest point, realistically, and she was just a random
Yeah.
person before most of this.
Hmm.
If I'm gonna be 100% bold-faced, honest, and I don't care how many people are watching on stream, by all means, if you want full-on lore on your creator, here you go. As a cautionary tale and advice to a friend, because Stimmy is a close personal friend. I know exactly what you're talking about because I was at an exact state at a much worse rate than Stimmy was back in 2015. I think that far back. Yeah, go ahead and go on a cigar break, Sam. I got back from the military destroyed morally. Not from
Yeah.
the military, but because the thing I had learned and been taught in high school that gave me hope, that I was like, I could see myself. I like the discipline. I like the build. I like the economy. I like the sociology of the military. I want to make this career. Did not pan out in reality. And it wasn't
Hmm.
glorified in high school. It was bare bones once you got into it. The political, the bureaucratical sense, the stupidity of it all did not give me enough confidence to go, let me devote 20 years of my life to this just to earn a
Hmm.
pension and destroy my mentality as a human and my body in the same frame to merit that pension. I was like, this is dumb.
Hmm.
I'm going to argue with people for 20 years of my life and just go, suck it up, it'll get better once I go up in rank. No, it's not going to
Yep.
realistically. So after my contract, I was done with it. Once I made that decision and I left and I came back to Florida, I don't have a plan. I'm fucked. And that depression crashed harder than anything. I got, insomnia and a little bit of depression out of the army, but it didn't really hit that hard until I got out and I was like, I don't have a plan. I have nothing forward moving now.
Yep.
I don't really know what
I
to
know
fucking
exactly
do.
how you
That was
feel.
the plan. I felt fucked entirely because I'm like, what do I do? I was on like a speed run course my first year out to essentially kill myself. Um, and
Yeah, I know
I
exactly
wish
how you feel.
this was a joke. I'm being serious. Like I went through the worst of it all. I went through a depressive state where my mom said it was okay to come back, so I did come back for a couple months, and I
Hmm.
would sleep for like an obscene like 16 hours a day. I would not get out of bed. Like I
Yep.
didn't know what to do with myself.
I'm following you
Didn't
guys.
want to go out and get a job. I wasn't eating. I was laying in bed a lot, but I really wasn't sleeping. I
Sorry,
was
it's
just
just
kind of
me, guys.
like bed rotting, and I was just depressed. And
Yeah.
I eventually got into, um, I hit up because I still had contacts from high school. I got with Mello's older brother, And that's when I picked up weed. And I would smoke weed religiously. And I wasn't even a big pothead. I would just start smoking it religiously just to escape that reality of being that fucking depressed. I was like, I had a tolerance at a point, and that's when I eventually got my first, like, my mom gave me an ultimatum. I was homeless for about 2 weeks, picked up a job as a short order cook, and I was smoking weed religiously. And that's when Marie came in the picture. She caught me at literally practically dying in a car, smoking weed, working a shit-end job as a short order cook. And that she was that moment for me where you're like, oh, Pennsylvania's so great. She pulled me out of that. She's like, oh my God, it's been so long since I've seen you. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not doing well. Your homie is on the verge of killing himself in this car, if not driving it off a bridge tomorrow, because life sucks. Life plan didn't work out. I have nothing to move towards at this point. Like, I'm spent as a human. And just went from there. So it's like, Marie was there to support me. I worked through some jobs, started moving down the tech route. We had kids, so it's like, it's even more of a, you need to clean up the act and like work on yourself. So I did. And the longest stint was HVAC, of having a supportive income. Went through the VA, because you actually have that ability too. Hit up your VA if you want a house. Like, you're a veteran too. Believe you me, you will spend no money and get a house. I can tell you that verbatim, because you're a veteran, I'm a veteran. All I did was apply, and the second they got in contact with me after my application, they were like, okay, cool, you're approved because you're a veteran. You went through the VA first time, home buyers alone. Here are the properties in your area that are available. Would you like to go do a viewing? Within like 4 months, we were doing the closing on a house.
Nice.
No upfront cost because of the VA. You can spend zero money on your end because you also went through the Army. You can get a house if you really wanted to. Problem being, the cost. Like, I don't know what Pennsylvania's like, but here our mortgage is like 2090 or some shit. But yeah, if you end up getting like pretty financially stable and you want your own place outside of just a mortgage, outside of just rent, you can get like a roommate and shit, and you can get a house for sure.
Trying, getting shot, dude. The
VA helped out a lot.
Sure about the VA loan thing.
I'm telling you right now, it was not that hard because I put it off for the longest time, and because I did that, it's actually given me second thoughts about doing my disability thing. Because the whole reason I held off about the disability thing is my first thought was, if I went out of my way to get the disability payment, would it affect my employment? Because I work in trade jobs, mainly since I've gotten out. Like, I don't want that to affect my ability. Because what if I do get a percentage and I do get paid for it? If it gives me the disability moniker, my issue being, if I get approved for disability and they're like, where are you employed? If it's a physically demanding job, can I not do that job anymore? Because it's like, that's what's paying my bills. And if disability doesn't pay enough,
right?
Yeah, that's what I'm concerned about.
100%.
It wouldn't be 100%. I think, from what I remember when I was getting out, is based off of what I was diagnosed with while I was in, I'd get about 30%. I just don't want the 30% to affect my ability to do jobs.
I need a serve kit though.
But yeah. Q-Tip was in a very negative space, and because of family support, was in a very positive space over time. Shit sucks.
Dude.
Life is hard. You can push through it. You have to focus on yourself. That is that is our tip of the day, for sure.
Sorry if it seems like I wasn't paying attention. I was.
No, you're good.
I'm in a game with people, so I'm like also communicating with them as well.
No, you're good.
So, yeah, I can sort of relate to that. At the time, I definitely couldn't have, you know. I had no clue what it was like to transition out of the military, and truthfully, it is so crazy hard compared to what people think. It is insane. Like, you don't realize it's like the team mentality, the team mentality, the camaraderie, the sense of purpose and belonging that you get from the military. Even if you're arguing with people, you don't realize how much that plays a part. You are never going to get that anywhere else. You're never
Nope.
going to find another group or place
I would say aside
where,
from trade jobs, because in certain trades, if you click with your employees, you're good. Like right now, I
yeah,
kind of click with my mechanics, and we're all kind of chill. It reminds me of those days, and I kind of like, I step back sometimes. I'm like, man, this is really like being in the fucking barracks again. This is great.
mm-hmm.
I literally
And it's
can
the
sit
first,
there and bullshit with people, and I can make crude comments, or I can make stupid jokes, and I hear someone laugh. I'm like, yo, you heard me.
yeah, and it's the
But like,
first time
yeah.
when I was in, nah, it's the first time like being in, uh, being in this union is the first time since I've been out of the military that I feel like I actually kind of like have that sense of camaraderie and sense of like unit cohesion, right? Like
Yeah.
people are pro union and therefore they're on your side. They're going to stick up for you because you're their guys. You don't get that anywhere else. You know, I was even in security and I didn't get that. But getting out of the military, man, it's such a rough transition just because you like you and I had the same mindset going into the military. We were like, we're gonna be lifers. This is like our shit. We want to like do hardcore shit, be part of a unit, do professional things, and like train and be tough. Like, and getting out was just like disappointing. It was like, oh fuck, this isn't what I expected. I feel like I'm just being fucking hazed, like I'm being part of a frat. I feel like these people don't really give a fuck about their job. They're not as hardcore as me. They don't understand that like I'm in this for life or death. You know, I feel like these people are just abusing me or just being dickheads. Like they're not professionals, and it's such a rough like awakening because you truly don't like, even in JROTC in high school, you
Mm-hmm.
felt like you were more connected with these people than you were in the military in some instances because people were just dickheads.
Yeah.
So like I get that, like, oh fuck, I gotta get out of here. This is not what I joined for. This is not what I expected. I get that. But getting out at the time when you got out, I was still in. I had
Yeah,
no
no.
idea how hard it was. So I'm glad you had that in Maria, and I'm sorry that I couldn't have been there for you because
No, no, no,
that's
no, no. I
fucking
didn't.
tough.
I wasn't. Here's the thing about me. It's like I'm not a person that just a quick little side note about me. I was born a burden. I have always felt like a burden. I say that because I am
Mhm.
the product of two people that shouldn't have been parents, and they make that abundantly clear. Even now, I have nearly turned 30, and my dad decided to like return to being my parent. It is
Like,
extreme. It's extremely awkward, and it's extremely difficult to kind of get over because it's like, hey, for all my formative years, you weren't there. Yeah, you could go ahead and financially throw whatever you want to at me to help me and my family currently at its state to get us out of binds and shit. But it's like, it doesn't feel the same to be like, thanks, Dad, or hey, I love you, because you weren't there.
yeah,
There is no amount of anything you could really give me to kind of mend that bridge. It's just like I can be respectful and be an adult about it and be like, thank you. I appreciate you and your time. You still seem like a stranger to me. Because I'm going to be honest about it. I don't know you.
yeah,
My mom was there and she struggled through it all. And even after, like, I've become a full ass adult now, she's not a good person either. I still respect her more than you. Because she was there the whole fucking time, but she's still not a great person. Like, I don't like to hang out on the holidays at my mom's house. I'll be real. She's not great. But she was there the
yeah,
whole fucking time. So, if she asks me to do something, she wants me to look at her car, she wants me to work on, like, even fucking recently, she had a problem with a lawnmower. I went out and told her, hey, this is what the part you need. You need to order a new carburetor. So she ordered it. I went over and installed it. Fucking, what was it? my God. Failure tested it afterwards, and it was like totally fine. I'm like, there you go. Problem solved.
30 seconds, you should make it.
Nice and
Yeah,
quick.
dude.
But still, it's like, I am happy to do that kind of shit without even expecting anything for my mom. My dad, I don't fucking know him. So it's hard to be like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, let me go ahead and figure out what kind of vacation time I can get to go take a trip up to Louisiana to go hang out with you. No, dude. I don't have that kind of relationship with you. And I'm not going to put my family at a financial risk just to go hang out. Because I don't have money like that. I don't have even realistically money like that in the near future either.
He's got to come to you at this point.
He has, and even then it was still kind of like, you know, keeping it kosher, but it's still a little bit weird.
For sure.
Where it's like, I'm gonna keep up appearances and be respectful about the whole thing, but it was still kind of awkward. It's like, hey, hi, nice to see you, and I'm like, this would have been great if I was like 8 years old, where I was still like trying to figure out why mom and dad are fighting, instead of being abandoned by you at 2 years old, and I spent the whole rest of my life with my mom.
Yeah.
And now I'm discovering who you realistically are.
Yeah.
I get it. You two didn't work out. I shouldn't be in between you two fucking idiots on, like, that kind of spectrum. You should have been supporting us the whole time. You didn't. And I know this, because you didn't pay child support. Because I heard about it every year of my life. Up until leaving my mother's house.
That's pretty shitty.
No, he's a dick.
Shitty.
And she's a dick. So, it doesn't help.
Not at all. And to, like, not to take away from that, but to cut back to the whole, like, being an adult, I know how I felt coming out of the military. Once you're like an adult, all right, so you've been raised, you have your impressions, and it's going to be hard for him to break that, and it's going to be even harder for you to let go of that, because there's definitely going to be some resentment. There's going to be some like lack of loyalty. Because like he hasn't shown loyalty, so why would you show loyalty?
And realistically, what even throws more salt in the wound, though I don't hold it as a personal moniker because I don't want to resent my half-brother, he has another son. He's raised him. He's in the military now.
Yeah.
But he was there the whole time for him. With his mom. That's what bugs me, is he was there for him. Why couldn't he do it with his other biological son?
I mean, you also got to think
even if it wasn't a lot, if he threw me a birthday card every year would give me hope that he's still my parent. Nothing. I got nothing.
Yeah.
My whole life until I turned 28. No.
You also got to consider that your mom probably had something to do with that. You know, no, not to throw shade at your mom. I'm not trying to push the blame, but
she complained. But if he actually tried, she would have shown it to me. She didn't hide things from me. And the reason I know this is because I did get a handful of birthday cards sometimes. But it was never from my dad. It was signed to me from my grandma on his side. So his mom.
Oh.
That's the issue.
Dang.
He would never send it himself. His mom would go, you should really talk to your son. Send me a card on his behalf. Type of shit.
Has he tried to explain any of this at all to you?
No, because as far as I've been told, he's using the boo-boo of he was injured at work. Because he has been hit in the head previously in his jobs, and it has given him some neurological problems. But that was more like within the past 10 years as opposed to my whole lifetime. So he consciously decided to ignore me as his child until recently. And I'm pretty sure it's because of his current wife that has changed recently. Which is weird because, to me, in my opinion, if you suddenly do that, that means this is the way it paints the picture for me, right? If he suddenly is like, I'm going to get in good graces with my child, I'm on my deathbed. I'm going to leave something to you. Why? Why it confuses me, because now you're just going to build animosity between me and my half-brother because you were there for him, and if you die and you leave your will to me, it's like, why did you do that? Like, yeah, I benefit from that, but you were there for him. Give it to him. That would piss me off.
If I had to guess, if I had to put myself in his shoes, it's because there is
well,
there is probably a massive amount of regret
Come back
weighing
anytime.
on his conscience, because you are
He
still
could
his
have been
son,
there.
and
Yeah.
he could have been there, and there might have been situations that prevented him, not just like physically,
You
but
made the right
like
call, Shoes.
mentally and morally. He
Don't
just
even
felt like
bother going to Ragman.
maybe he didn't deserve to be there, and you would be better off. Right, because you've struggled with mental health issues. I've
Oh
struggled
yeah.
with mental health issues, and you were like, I feel like, you know, the burden, and I have definitely felt like a burden, and I've felt like I wasn't enough, and I didn't deserve to ask for help, and I definitely didn't deserve the gifts or the safety net that people have given me. So maybe in a way, he has felt that way, and there's no way he can make
I
up
would.
for it, and there's
I
no way that he
wouldn't
can.
want the explanation. I would rather just the open confrontation of that being the issue is
Yeah.
my thing. I want
that's-
you to be like, hey, I'm going to be honest here. I wasn't there because of this. And I would respect that and go, you know what? Okay, we can move past this.
And that's
If without
super hard
that,
to
it's
do.
very difficult to just go ahead and move forward and just kind of ignore it. Because it's like peeling back my whole existence to just accept you full-faced at the current state.
And this is me playing like devil's
Yeah.
advocate. I don't know the situation.
No,
don't
I
know
get
his
you.
mentality, I don't know his mind. I don't know this guy. But that being said, like, it's gonna be really hard for him to admit that, especially his generation as a whole, because there's a pride thing involved, especially with the generation above us. Like, we're more in tune with the mental
You need
health
something
side
fixed?
of our lives because
Well,
we have the
will
opportunity
your item remain
to
the
be
same?
back in his generation and the generation above him. They didn't have the chance to really tap into the mental health side of things because all they knew was work and work hard, and that takes away from the chance or the opportunity to even think about mental health. So now it's like you can't because of A, pride, and B, you don't know how.
Come back any.
And I'm sure that there's a massive amount of regret, especially if he's reaching out now of all times, is like he probably has the opportunity now to start processing these emotions. And emotionally, he's probably like younger than our age emotionally, even though mentally he's mature. So like
Yeah.
it's gonna be hard, like, not to say that you resent him, but it's gonna be hard for certain people in your position to not resent him, but at the same time,
the worst
even if
part
you
about
don't
it,
resent him,
even with
it's
this
gonna be
angle,
hard to forgive him.
realistically, the problem is I've gone through like every possible conceivable psychological route with the premise of my situation, and over time I've just kind of aged through it. I got to that point when I was hitting my late 20s that I was like, you know what, I just don't care anymore. Like, I used to resent him. I was like, why weren't you there? And I would be emotionally constrained by that. But as I got older, I was like, I really just don't care anymore. It's like I kind of like stepped back, acknowledged that you two were just not compatible, but you had a kid and it didn't work out. I'm just the product of that. I get that you two didn't work out and you couldn't cohabitate and be like viable parents to a child, and I was just that child. I accept that. My only thing is I want transparency, and I will not get that from the either one of you because I've talked to my mom and I've talked to my dad separately, and there is not 100% without a bias from either one of them of how shit went down. So I know I'm not going to get the transparency for the explanation as to what is going on here. So I just kind of have to just accept the cards that have been dealt, and as the meme goes, it is what it is, and just try to move forward. Which I have, realistically, because I do communicate with my dad now, and still have a relationship with my mom. Though the both of them aren't the greatest of people, but still, I move forward and I accept it as an adult and try to just handle both situations tactfully. Weirdest part being, for most people, if I explain this whole backstory to them, they'd be like, oh no, fuck her or fuck him, and just be done with it. Be like, yeah, I understand where you're coming from perspectively wise, but it's like, I'm just gonna let them have their open chance until one of them pass. Or both of them pass, realistically, because it's like, I'm living my own life now. I don't give a shit about the rest of it now.
Yeah.
If you are
And you know
still
what,
dwelling on how bad parents you were then, I'm already a grown-ass adult raising my own kids now, doing it better than the both you ever even tried. because my kids love me. My kids love when I show up. I love the big. I'm not gonna fucking cry, but like the big thing that hits me right in the chest is when I come home, both my kids run up to hug me. Like that is the
That's
feeling
so
of being a
awesome.
good dad, and it hits you in the fucking chest really hard when like I have something where it's like I don't come home or I come home late and they're like, "Where's Poppy?" And Poppy gets home because he was just working late and they just run up to hug me. Like I feel that it's like I am doing the right thing. This is the thing I didn't have. I'm giving to them, which is something I couldn't have, but I get to have it for them. It's a
That's
great
awesome.
fucking feeling, and that's what I wanted when it's like I didn't plan to be a parent, but I am a parent now. I just want to give them what I didn't have. I
Truly,
can't
that
give
sounds.
them everything in the world financially, but I can give them a dad. I'm already doing better than mine. I love that feeling when the
Yeah.
kids hug. Yeah, I know. Jay, don't even fucking start. I saw what you said. What are we at now? What's the count? You don't have to put it here in chat. Just throw it in Discord, because sweet Jesus, homie.
How's Scott's request going? Is there a way to
Dude,
deal with the
honestly, I
phantoms
can
of a
only
mad
imagine.
lawless preacher?
I've
But
got
that
the
probably sounds like
suppressor.
the greatest feeling
It
in the
should
world.
shield me from
I
Faust's
like
influence.
so. I've had
Good
this like
news for once.
since my
Can't say the
grandfather
same about
died
the rest.
back in 2023.
Faust is gonna turn
I've had this
everyone in the zone into
generational perspective,
fanatics.
and it
the
was like I
worst
was
is that
able
he's
to
got a
step
pretty good
outside
chance.
myself and
But
outside
we
of
have a plan.
really
Head over
all
to the
things,
Gokar.
all
I'll tell you all
people,
about it.
and look at everybody's lives from the perspective, a small perspective of God for just a second. And it was like looking at tree roots just constantly diverting from each other and converging and re-diverting and changing. And it was like watching the timelines of everybody's lives and every bend in these tree roots and every time they connected, it was like seeing a decision that was made that changed the course of their lives. And I've seen the course of my grandfather's life change with just a couple words and a couple sentences and a couple decisions, and how I have made similar decisions. And it's been so crazy eye opening to see how, like, a decision he made in his 20s when he was younger than me ended it ended up with him being where he was in life with just basically me and my brother with him whenever he died. And I wasn't even with him. I didn't find him till
Yeah.
days later. It was it was disgusting, honestly, and it was sad. And it was that like moment that made me realize like, oh, I got to start making decisions now that are going to affect me 50 years from now. You know, and it what you're experiencing is fantastic, and I know there's going to be ups and downs with it. Hopefully I can be there for you through it. I
Oh,
was
trust
definitely
me,
going through
bro.
my
I'm
own
at
shit
that
and
point,
immature.
like even professionally, that it's a funny meme because realistically it won't happen in our lifetime. But if it does, if the end of the world happens, I've worked enough trade jobs. I can build society from the ground up. The only thing I'm missing is civil engineering. I can build an engine now. I have already worked on electrical and construction materials. I have worked within HVAC, so I could air condition the fucking thing. Like, small engine block repair I've already done too, so I could work on small things like chainsaws, augers, handheld electrical devices. There isn't a thing that has a chip in it and you can plug into a wall that I haven't worked on at this point, that if the world does end, of the friend group, I'd probably be the first one called, like, yo, we need you in Pennsylvania tomorrow. We're building a crew. And I'll be like, I will get my family there
That's funny.
tomorrow, and we will hash it
So-
out. We'll make a blockade somewhere. We'll hold up somewhere. We'll start collecting supplies, and I will start building generators.
So the reason why I bring this up, this whole like generational perspective, is it's because like my mindset has kind of shifted, and I started noticing all the tendencies and patterns that I gained from like my father and my mother, kind of like I explained a little bit earlier. And I realized that I needed to start making changes now. Like people think like if I had all the knowledge that I had now, but I was, a kid, Like by the time I was my age, I'd own the world or whatever. Like if I had the chance to do it all again with all my knowledge I have now, I'd be like, I'd be crazy, or like I'd rule the world, like things like that. It's like, well, you have the
Yeah.
knowledge you have now, so start making the changes now. You know, like I have to live this. I'm like a third of the way through my life. I
Oh
have to
no,
live this
if
lifetime 2 more times.
the worst part is
So-
I'm on the opposite end of that fence realistically, and I hear a lot of people have that kind of same consistency I have. If I went back and did it all again, I would redo everything exactly the same. I don't want it to change because I feel like
Yeah.
that would drastically change the outcome to a point that I wouldn't be happy. Even if it was more financially stable, I wouldn't be the person I am today. And I feel like
Yeah.
I built up
So-
enough skills and enough like character that when I do make it, like let's say I do stick to being a mechanic 100% and no problems happen and I get to stick to doing this and I get 20 years of experience and I'm a vetted mechanic, I'm making 6 figures a year working on cars. I made it. I did it. I paid off my house. I probably have 3 cars or some stupid shit. And I'm handing off the keys to my future generation being my kids by that point. I'm done. I did it. I accomplished the goal. I have preceded my parents in exponentially providing for my children, making them happy, being there the whole fucking time, and then handing them shit to move on from there. I can die happy. I'm done. I'm spent. I did my job. I'm happy
So,
with it.
I actually, I'm gonna come back to that in a second. This
Yeah.
goes back again to the generational perspective. So like, seeing that, I realized that I had to make a change and I had to start becoming the good example. And like I said earlier, I don't have a lot of good examples of what to do, but I have a lot of bad examples of what not to do. And monkey see, monkey do. Even if you know what not to do, you might not go exactly toward the negative, but you're gonna go in that direction, right? Well, I started getting the example of the positive, and I might not be going toward that exact positive because that positive example to me was Jesus, and no one's Jesus. You're not going to be
Yeah.
perfect, but you can go in that direction. You're not going to hit the bullseye because that would be Jesus. But you're gonna get toward the target, you know, even if you miss the target occasionally. So my perspective was, I need to look at myself from the perspective of myself, the child, looking at myself, the parent. And if I'm a child looking at myself, the parent, what tendencies do I want my dad to do, or do I want myself to do as a good dad, even though I don't have kids, right?
Yeah.
I'm my kid, right? What do I need to see myself
You're
doing
setting yourself
to gain
up
the
to have that kind of perspective. Yes, I get what you're
yeah,
saying.
and it's like, what patterns and tendencies do I need to start doing now? So when I do have kids, they can look at me and be like, I want to do that because dad did that, and he did good. As opposed to, I don't want to do that because dad did that and he did bad,
Yeah.
right? And that was a tendency or tendencies and patterns that I needed to unravel in myself, and not just like decisions, but like overall basic like habits, actions, the way I carry myself, the way I talk, things like that, that I needed to start changing over time. And over the last 2.5 years, I've made huge improvements. It started with just like attitude and the way I talk and the way I carry myself. And then it started to get more into like cutting off certain drugs. I was dopamine fried. I was literally so high on dopamine, from drugs to sex, alcohol to just fun and video games and porn and all these bad habits that fried your dopamine receptors, slowly cutting them off one at a time until eventually I reset my baseline, going on basically a dopamine fast, to now it's like, okay, now that I've broken down the bad habits, let's start building up the good habits, and you know, going to church, building morale, hang out with my family, understanding that my time isn't my time, it's God's time, He's given it to me, and I have to do something good with it. And whether or not you agree with that perspective, it's still like, you as a parent, it's not your time. Like, your time doesn't belong to you, it belongs to your kids. Like, you
I
have to give
cannot
that to your kids.
disagree with you on your perspective. 100%. I will be with you. I am not a dogmatic person where I, like, my whole thing is to, like, shit on you for personal beliefs whatsoever. I'm literally, I'm the person I am, and I'm married to a Catholic person. I do not share the religious aspect, but I 100% respect where you're coming from. It is valid 100%. That's the thing that I don't get. A lot of the people that are like, I'm not religious, but they're a dick about it, don't really understand that, because it's like, it defeats the purpose of, okay, you don't believe in it, but you don't have to sit there and dogpile it. It's helping them, let it help them.
Yeah,
And that's
you can
good to
understand
hear
the
that it's like
value
you
in it,
found
right?
something that puts value in your self-worth. Let them have that. Like, you have something that's helping you. Dude, awesome. That is fucking amazing. Because, like, my self-help book was just, like, I'm fucked. And someone came along the way to help me. That's my messiah, realistically. Like, I don't have to fucking sugarcoat it. I was on the verge of killing myself, and someone pulled me out of the gutter. You had something outside of that pulling yourself out of the gutter, and which you 100% believe in. That's fucking great. No one should fucking ever judge somebody for that. And I give you 100% kudos because I wish I could have that kind of thing, but it's like, I just can't will myself to do that. But you have that support. It's stronger than what I had. So that's awesome.
I had that, but I didn't have it in the same way. It wasn't like, you know, I didn't have a Maria come and pull me out, right?
Yeah.
Like, everything when I got out of the military, like, and this is something that people don't understand. I got out of the military, I wanted to be a lifer, I wanted to go Ranger, Green Beret, Special Forces, and just like be the baddest person that no one has ever heard of.
Mm-hmm.
That was my goal. And I got in the military and I was like, well, this is not like, I'm not trying to just get fucking hazed like I'm part of a frat club. Like, this is bullshit. The main army is bullshit. I don't care to deal with it. So I ended up getting out.
Okay.
And whenever you fail everything that you ever wanted to do by the age of 22, the only thing left to do is to have fun. So I got out.
It sucks when you feel like you've peaked when you're 19 in Europe. Trust me, I know that feeling.
Right. So I got out and I was with what I thought was like the girl of my dreams, and I ended up just destroying it because I wanted to go have fun. And my dopamine receptors are fried, so I was numb to everything, and being with her was just fun. So like, I destroyed everything I ever wanted by the age of 22, completely wrecked my future. And it wasn't until my grandfather died 4 years later that I realized that, like, oh, like, I'm making the worst possible decisions I could ever make, and I'm gonna end up dying alone. You know, like, I'm gonna end up being like the worst version of myself by the time I'm my grandfather's age. So I need to make changes. And witnessing my dad and his bad habits, and seeing the evidence of his girlfriend and how those bad habits kind of propagate and are shown to his family members. So it's like, oh, I can't be like my dad. Like, he's got some good qualities about him, don't get me wrong. You've met him.
But he went down a bad path that you also recognized was not going to be conductive to you and your perspective at that point. No, I get that.
Right. Yeah, so, but I was also, because of that, I was majorly depressed if I wasn't high. Like, on something, whether it be alcohol, drugs, sex,
so you could
whatever.
resemble that you realized that you were also having a substance problem, but you were like, this isn't going to help in the long run.
Yeah, and it was the only thing keeping me afloat, because it was like I too was suicidal a little bit. And one day my grandmother, who was in Pennsylvania, she messaged me, hey, you should go to church, go with the mind, frequency notions, just try it out. And I was like, okay, my grandma requested this, I'm gonna do it out of respect
honor
to my
her
grandmother.
wishes.
Right. But I didn't do it immediately. I waited. And it was like a couple months later, I finally was ready. And at this point, I had quit smoking cigarettes. I tried to quit smoking weed a couple times, and I picked it back up because, like, it was my appetite, it was my mood, it was my ability to sleep.
It's a hard thing to drop. I get you.
It was the hardest thing to quit. Like, I quit smoking cigarettes. Like, I went for a run. My chest felt like it was on fire. I tried to hit a cigarette. My throat closed, and I was like, I don't want this. That was it. I don't even remember the day I quit smoking. I just was like, I don't want this anymore. Cigarettes, easy. But quit smoking weed, impossible, right? So I went to church, and I was like, I gotta change, man. I want some kind of sign. God help me. My life's going downhill. I'm living at my parents' house. I'm in between jobs. I've quit every job. I failed everything I ever wanted to do, and everybody that I've ever loved. Like, God, give me a sign. I go to
I'm
church.
about to say, I
and-
wouldn't 100% agree with that, because you had homies in the wings over here. We just needed to hear word from you, I promise you. I've been there for Skeet
Yeah.
through thick and thin, realistically, dude. I gave him my house.
Yeah, it was.
And I'd still stand up for that motherfucker if he needed a place today. You say the word, we are here for you.
And
We
I
just need to
appreciate
know,
that.
man.
I had a place to stay. I just didn't have like
Not even a place to stay.
motivation
If you
do
just
anything.
need a fucking word, dog. If you want to get some words
Yeah.
out, you need to speak your mind or some shit. We are here for you. I have always been that
So-
kind of person. I will die that kind of person. I am there for the friends, the family, everything. I hate to see people suffering, dude. Especially if I know you personally.
That, but I appreciate that, but you know
I
how
get
it
it.
is.
I get
like
it.
you're
No,
the
I get
same
it.
way. We
Yeah, I
suffer
get
in
it.
silence.
We suffer
We're not
in
going to be a
silence,
burden to
100%.
anybody else. So,
I'm right there with you on the understanding, but at the same time, if you take that 2 seconds of, this feels like a bad idea, you know, I got one in the chamber, I'm having a bad day. Let me call somebody.
dude.
You can call us. Please
Oh, dude.
call us, man. I would rather be there to help you through
Yeah,
rehabilitation.
that's what I did. I called
Yes.
him.
I am
For
100%
me-
rather be there for your rehabilitation than your obituary. I would die to know that I
Oh.
could have been there to change that outcome. Trust me.
Look,
I've
look,
been
I
in those
appreciate
shoes.
that.
It hurts.
I appreciate that, but for me, it wouldn't have been a gun thing. It would have been more of a choking thing, because like I want the chance to
yeah.
stop myself. So like if I have every opportunity to stop myself and I don't, then it's like, okay, I definitely decided on this. But if
But
it's
what
like
kills
a quick
me is
spur
if
of the
I knew I
moment
could have,
click,
if I
can't do
could have
that.
prevented it, it would have killed me. Knowing that, like, I
Oh.
knew you for so long that it's like, that motherfucker could have just texted me or called me, and if I missed that call, like, I would be shitting bricks.
No, I appreciate
Because this
that. And
motherfucker,
you know
if I
what?
see a missed call from him, I'm jumping on that shit. I don't give a shit. I will stop work midway through anything. Like, yo, I
You know
gotta
what's
take
crazy?
this.
You know what's crazy, Fungi? Is
So-
you were the first friend in high school that I actually like went to their house, you know, after school. Because like I had friends in high school, sure, but like
Yeah.
none that I like hung out with outside of school up until you, and it was because of Borderlands and modding. Because you were like, I was like, hey, can you mod my save? And you're like, why don't you just come over? And I was like, all right.
Fun
and then we
fact
just ended up
about
hanging
that.
out.
Yeah, fun fact about that. If you really were interested, Skeet, you want to go ahead and tell him?
What's going on?
What did I ask you literally yesterday?
About ski ritual?
Nope. Before that.
God, my mind's running blank. I've got so many things happening
You are a
today.
goldfish. Okay, so I was. We have time between the next couple of games I can play, and because of the looter shooter aspect of other games we have played, I have been interested because of all of them. I think it's the most fun. I think a Borderlands 1 run through would be fun. Would you be down?
Man.
Borderlands 1
run through.
Run through.
So what? We're all run through.
base
So we're all
game
Lilith?
through DLC. No,
Oh.
no, base game through DLC. So you can pick whatever character you want, but we're going base game through DLC.
Fuck, man. All right, I might be down for that.
If you want to be down for that, I'm just saying. I think of the whole franchise, because I've had this argument of the whole franchise, because 4 was announced, and even the trailer, I wasn't sold on. I hated 3. I feel like it was flavorless. The villain sucked. I think they peaked in 2 because they made a really good villain. And 3 fell flat harder than any fan could have even dreamed of, because you decided to take the brilliant formula you had. 1 was good, didn't have a lot of direction, but we loved it for that. You know, it had character. 2 had the best villain ever designed for a video game of that genre. It was great. Handsome Jack's amazing. 3 had Twitch streamers. I don't even want to remember that whole campaign. I could forget about it. And then
the
4,
Siren lore. So I don't know where they're going with 4. I have no clue who the enemy's gonna be or how.
The cast looks 100% forgettable. That's what hurts me. It's like, I know 4 is gonna piss me off, because between 1 and 3 and the Telltale's game, because that's the only way you get this history story that I'm about to spout out at the last portion of this. 1 to 2. We still have our main cast, but we lose Bloodwing in 1 and 2. I can accept that. Mordecai's my fave. He loses his bird. It pissed you off. It gave Handsome Jack a hateable recognition if you played the first game. I understand that. You kill Roland, too. Okay. He's a dick. You killed the main cast member. Fuck you. 3. Okay, so where do we start? Lilith dies.
Does she, though?
Yes. The villains that managed to kill her are very forgettable, like, meme-ass enemies that it's like, why did Lilith die for this? The previous cast of 2 are... Maya's dead. Zero is still alive, but he's out to the winds. Salvador doesn't exist because he isn't back in the game. Krieg is a DLC, and you don't even get to fully talk to him. You talk to his subconscious. Gage doesn't exist outside of the gay marriage DLC.
Oh, wait, whoa. Salvador existed. He was part of the arms race.
Yeah, but he's not...
And so does Axton.
He's not a core part of the main story is my problem.
Yeah.
That's, you see what I'm saying?
So,
Maya's in there,
yeah.
Zero's in there, you have Axton in there, but you don't have Salvador either. Gage doesn't exist without the DLC, gay marriage.
I will
she's not
say...
even a playable character. You just kind of talk to her for a minute at the end game.
Look, I will say this. Borderlands 1...
4 is going to kill the main cast. I hate it. I know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
If 4 comes out, I know for a fact my boy Mordecai and my boy Brick, they're dead. That is what's going to kill me. I don't want to see that.
I don't think that. I don't think Mordecai, Brick, or Tiny Tina are going to die. They're fan favorites. I doubt they're going to kill them.
However, they're going to do it.
I don't even think Zero is going to die. But I will say, Borderlands 1 was great for its time. It was a looter shooter game, casual, funny. It just had a lot of like foundation to build on. The lore was not very in depth, but there was lore there if you were looking for it. You could kind of piece together the story because they didn't say a lot about the story, but it just kind of was.
The problem was, even as a predecessor to me, they built off of a foundation that never continued. Well, here's why.
Yeah, so
real quick, just I'm gonna say it out loud. You played Borderlands 1. Do you remember Atlas guns?
Yeah.
Where is Atlas after Borderlands 1?
We destroyed them. The Atlas Corporation was trying to open the vault. We killed their leader and opened the vault ourselves. The vault turned out to not be...
Do you think the entire arms race is done after that? Or would you still find Atlas guns, though?
No, instead of Atlas guns... Well, that's the thing. You didn't find Atlas guns. You found Bandit guns. They changed to Bandit guns because the Bandits stole all the Atlas Corporation guns because they owned Pandora, and they turned them in their own guns.
But the
That's
problem
what you find in Borderlands
was
2.
In Borderlands 2, they give you that storyline, but they added an addition. Dahl is the subsequent Atlas. Because Dahl didn't function the way it does in Borderlands 1 that it did in Borderlands 2. They went to Burst, but it still had the same military accuracy of Atlas weapons.
After Atlas, Dahl started mining everything. Yeah. Because they just claimed the planet. So
the issue was in Borderlands 1, Atlas guns were actually really, really fucking good. Where does that fall off? Because you still have everybody else. Here's my issue where I bring up with that. Manufacturer that stood the test of time on each specific thing. Malawan makes a great elemental weapon for each game. Jacobs, critical damage, flat damage. Every game is good. Dahl, military-esque burst rifle weapons you want? Sure, go ahead, have fun. Outside of that, that's like you're kind of like basic for each game.
Vladoff.
And then you have
Vladoff was good.
Vladoff was good. For full auto, yes. Yeah. Problem was Atlas was a well-rounded weapon system, no matter what, for all of their guns.
Let me play devil's advocate for a second, though.
But they just die in one, and that's it.
Let me play devil's advocate real quick, but not for the gun manufacturers, for the games as a whole. Borderlands 1, great foundation. Like, no complaints about that for its time in like 2008 when it came out. Great game. Wasn't expecting it to be as good as it was. I was a Call of Duty kid and I was like, what the fuck am I playing? And then I played it and I was like, wow, that game was great. It was funny. there was some witticism in there. The lore wasn't so heavy, but it was good. It was good enough. So I enjoyed the hell out of that game. But then I played it so much that I was like, all right, I'm taking it over to something else. Borderlands 2 came out, and I was like, oh snap! The lore, the fact that I get to play different Vault Hunters. I wasn't too keen on that at first. I was like hoping I would keep my same Vault Hunter and just but new Vault Hunters. I was like, all right, sweet, whatever, I'll go with it. Great lore, great addition to the characters, great character development. Previous Vault Hunters, the guides, the story, it was great for its time, right? Borderlands 2 was legendary only for its time. Going back and playing it today, even going back and playing it would be so tough because the quality of life that we are used to now is not the same as it was then, right? Being able to fast travel from everywhere, the ability to turn it into quests in a certain way, like just completing them, all those things, like that was so nice. Borderlands 3, because of those quality of life changes, they kind of cut corners on some of the quests to make them more boring. Because if you remember in Borderlands 1 and 2, when you finished a quest, you would finish the quest and it would unlock a shortcut
No, trust me.
back to the beginning, and it was like, oh, I don't have to teleport. I can
Dog,
just walk 2 feet.
probably, realistically, without console time on Steam, Borderlands 1 has the most time of the whole franchise.
Right. So Borderlands
Because
3
it was
had the
finish
greatest...
a quest and walk all the way back unless you could fast travel.
Right, and even then, walking all the way back was like, oh, there's a shortcut now. Let me just walk 2 feet. So I love that, and the map design is great. Borderlands 3, they dumbed down the jokes. They kind of dumbed down the story and made it like this streamer-heavy thing, which like could have been a cool premise, but they made the jokes so stupid that it was just like, I don't even hate the characters. I'm just annoyed by them. And Jack, like, you were like, this guy's hilarious. It's hard to hate him. And then it went to, holy fuck, you killed Roland. I hate your guts. I want to kill you. Or,
that and
sorry,
Bloodwing.
before that,
Bloodwing is when I
you're like,
started.
Bloodwing, you were like, I want to cry.
Pissed.
Yeah, you're
I
like,
was
I want to
so
cry.
pissed at him.
I'm going to kill you so badly. And then he killed Roland. You're like, I'm definitely going to kill you.
This motherfucker dies,
Yeah. But
and then
up until then, you were like, this guy's hilarious.
Yeah, but then you get the Faye anger at the end level. Do you remember? When he shoots down the carrier that has Mordecai and Brick in it, and you think they're dead, until you finish the boss fight, you think they're dead too. And you're like, I am fucking ending you.
Right. So it's like,
I am gonna be going to a wedding.
They might be good at stealth, but my men are even better.
Okay.
Sorry,
Keep your heads down.
You weren't followed, were you?
Now, where
I'll
were
get
we,
back to that in a
Stalker?
second.
Make it
So,
snappy.
like, all of the things in Borderlands 1 and 2 that were great, there were still a lot of
Stars in
drawbacks to those games because they were only great for their time. There's still a lot of quality of life that Borderlands 3 added that Borderlands 2 and 1 didn't have. However, and I'm not going to mention Borderlands pre-sequel. That was a steaming hot pile of garbage.
No, that was the
Glad
worst.
we're in agreement on that one.
No, that was the worst.
Borderlands 3, as far as gameplay goes, was great. It was just too drawn out, and it leaned too heavily on the quality of life as opposed to like map design, and it kind of got repetitive and boring, and the writing wasn't great. But the quality of life was supreme on Borderlands 3. The guns were great on Borderlands 3, but the mechanics,
the worst part is
of the
even
bosses
with
weren't
the
great.
additions and shit. If let's put it to a board, 1, 2, or 3, which would you do a return to? Like, you have played all of them, you have 100% of each game, but you're like, I'm feeling like playing a looter shooter, I want to play a Borderlands. Which one you would immediately pick?
1.
Thank you.
1.
That's what I'm
1.
saying.
The reason why 1 is because it's got the largest amount of nostalgia factor, and it's got the same quality of life as 2.
On top of, in my opinion, it's got the best DLCs. A DLC meant something when Borderlands 1 came out because it's like a whole fucking map. What was it? What's his name?
I would say it has the best DLCs.
General Knox's armory is like a whole other fucking game. The size of that map, fully explored.
I would say no. The only reason why it feels that way is because every time you logged on at the beginning of the day, you started at the beginning of the
Yeah,
DLC.
you start at the beginning, but if you traveled through
I'm talking
and did the
I'm talking about
quests and
base
shit, yeah.
game.
Oh, in
Base
the base
game,
game? Yeah, no. No, I'm
just
saying the
base game, not doing
DLC.
DLCs.
No, just saying DLC
Just
size. It has more shit to do in the DLCs than the predecessors after that.
I don't know, man. I don't know about that because you had first you had the zombie DLC,
Dude,
right? Well, not
Undead,
first,
yeah, I
but
was about to say Ned's Nightmare. That was the fucking funnest DLC. It was buggy, but it was fun as
that was
fuck.
great. But wasn't that Borderlands 2?
That's Borderlands 1.
No, that's
That's
Borderlands
Ned-
1. There's,
Ned only
No, you're
exists.
right.
Wait, Ned only exists in Borderlands 1 because the problem
right,
is
you're right.
is Zed still exists in 2, but he is still not a main character. He's kind of pushed to the side even more in 2, and then in 3 he doesn't exist. So the Nightmare of Dr. Ned is Borderlands 1. General Knox's Armory is
Wait.
Borderlands 1. The
What was
Fight
the
Pits
third
is
one?
Borderlands 1.
Oh, dude, Moxie's Underdome was
Moxie's
the fucking worst
Underdome was
DLC.
Borderlands 1.
I hated that DLC so much.
Trust me, those achievements were the worst to re-get twice because there's 2 copies of this game on Steam.
Yep. Borderlands 2 though. Borderlands 2, you had Scarlet's DLC with the pirate.
Scarlet's DLC is good.
Oasis. Oh, that was so good. With the Sandhawk too. Oh my god, one of the best DLCs. I feel like. What was the other DLCs with Borderlands 2? There was two more.
Had
there was the
Son of Crowramax.
the hunt. No, that was a small add-on. You had the Hunter's Grotto.
It was still a DLC though. The Son of Crowramax was a Borderlands 2. You had the Borderlands 2 free DLC because of Borderlands 3 coming out, which explained what happened to Skeeter, which was the plant overlord. You had
the 3 main DLCs. Right?
Pirate,
so you
Scarlet Pirate.
Pirate. Oasis. That was the first one. You had the Hunter's Grotto with
with
Hammerlock.
Captain Hammerlock when you discover he's gay.
Yeah, which wild, but that was still an okay.
Oh
DLC.
man,
I
I'm
wouldn't say that
so
was top
fucking crazed about that. I was like, why do I care?
What was
Yeah,
what was the third one? There was a third one.
I'm going. Okay, so the Fight for Sanctuary was the plant-based thing.
Yeah, I don't want to count that as a major one. I gotta look this up.
Can I see all of them? It won't show me all of them. God.
Here, let
damn
me
it.
open it.
Top
Let
sellers.
me open.
It won't. What the fuck? Shooter action. Wow, it's only gonna show me the bundle. That's amazing.
Borderlands 2.
Co-op.
Oh, you had the Dungeons and Dragons DLC.
Yep.
Yeah,
yep.
that was the
that was a good
Oh,
one.
Dude, that was so good. Scarlet's one and the Dungeons and Dragons one were just peak.
Oh,
man.
have you
They
played
were
through
so good.
Tiny Tina's DLC?
Underdome?
Not DLC. No, Tiny Tina's game.
No, I have not.
It's
Oh,
actually
so
really
good.
good.
I will
it's
say,
actually
I will
really
say,
good. If you pick it up,
then-
I will play with you.
I still haven't played Borderlands, Caster. Jeez, dude. So I will say that it's kind of hard to get into Borderlands now. You might as well just wait till Borderlands 4 because it's just the games 1 and 2 were so good, but for their time. Now we're so used to such a different type of game.
Oh no,
that it's gonna be hard to get
realistic.
into.
Jay's an OG homie. I would drag you through
What's-
any game. Realistically,
It's just-
because it's, I still, I can't say it 100%.
You feel the age, man. You really
No,
feel
you
the
feel
age.
the age, but you can still appreciate it, even though, like, for me, even though it's old as dirt, I played it on original hardware. Borderlands 1, I feel like is the best game for its content. And here's another funny thing I just remembered for Borderlands 1. You have Viva la Revolution DLC. What's the best part about that? The main enemy is claptraps. Fun fact about the Claptrap
dude,
DLC
yes.
is the Claptrap enemies get thrown out of the map by collision weapons. What's your boy's favorite weapon? The Jacob Skullmasher, which is flat damage, crit, physical type. What does that do to the Claptrap model? It shoots it into the fucking stratosphere. It is the funniest glitch on this planet. Because if I shoot any of them with that sniper, pew! They get shot off the map.
I would play Borderlands 2 with you again if and only if you make those shotguns
As long as Faust is
and the shield
Oh,
that
yeah.
goes with it.
We didn't plan this when
Oh
we
wait,
turned
wait,
on
wait,
the
Paul. I had this conversation earlier. Wait, if I could. Okay, just stop talking. The problem with making that gear
Oh,
again,
you can't because of the safe.
they patched it all, and since
know.
Borderlands 2 patches, they made it harder. Since then, Borderlands 1, it's hard to make Willow Tree saves. Borderlands 2, modding guns are dead. Borderlands 3, good luck trying to mod anything. Borderlands 4 is probably going to be the Fort Knox of trying to get a modded gun in without it even deleting before your save even gets loaded. They have cracked down so hard on the modding community, it's insufferable.
Yeah,
There's
that's
probably
one
going to
of the
have to be a
saddest things about it.
bypass software just to make modded guns work for 4. Let alone get something into the game and loaded before it gets deleted. Because that safe cracking they've been adding to each game now, it's insufferable. It's worse now, because in 1 at least it was free range. You could open up Willow Tree, you could take apart the whole fucking gun, you could put 4 Sledge's shotgun barrels in one gun, and it would shoot 72 projectiles all at once. And you were like, dude, this is fucking stupid, I love this. It's a pistol that does like 700 damage, but it shoots 700 projectiles.
Yo. So, yeah, I guess I'm down to play Borderlands 1 with you again. The nostalgia would be real. Are we doing all the side missions, or are we just doing a run through?
All side missions, that's a tall order. Unless someone needs to do them, realistically, no.
Okay, good.
Am I
I don't
opposed?
care. I
So,
don't care to do them. I'm the only one missing all the achievements.
am I
I don't wanna do
opposed? Am I opposed to crafting shit? No, I am not opposed. I still know how to do that shit on Borderlands 1. Here's my issue. I am not doing it by level based. We hit max level, then we craft guns. I'm telling you now, I am not going to make you the same fucking gun you like to use the whole playthrough and update it every 5 levels. I am going to wait till you hit level 50 and then give you the perfect gun you want.
I agree with that. And even then, I don't even. Are we gonna go through all DLCs too? Because like.
That's what I'm saying. It's a full run through.
Fuck, we
Yes.
did that. All right. Well, if we're gonna do this, if we're gonna do a full run through of all the DLC or all the Borderlands, then I think we should go main game through all games, 1 pre-sequel, 2, 3.
Oh.
And
You're gonna make me go through pre-sequel. My eyes hurt.
I don't want to do a pre-sequel if I'm honest.
I
don't either.
Let's get down. But we
However,
haven't. You got to get.
there's some lore we're missing.
There is
gotta do
lore
it.
there, but I could give a shit about the fucking antagonist of Borderlands 2's storyline. And here's why. Is because of all the DLCs for this fucking franchise I don't own. It's the other 2 characters for Borderlands pre-sequel. Jack's wife and Jack. I don't care for
dude.
those.
I don't either. I just want to go through the main game. That's it. I don't want to go through I don't even want to go through the DLC for all of them. Just the main game for all of them.
I do want to
'Cause,
go
like-
through Dr. Ned's. That's the only DLC
Dr.
I asked
Ned's
for.
is still stupidly fun. I love
I'll shut
Dr.
down the
Ned's.
The
Dugas.
only one I asked for.
Attaboy. The
All right,
No,
sale
I'm
is
right there with you. I
down
love
below.
Dr. Ned's DLC.
So make sure to
We
get to
don't
the
have to
radio
do any
room.
side quests there.
That's our first. That's
Just
the
run
gist of
through
it.
that one.
We can.
I'd be
All
down.
right.
I know exactly what I'm doing. I'm doing the same shit I do every time. Mordecai.
Same.
Broken fucking crit build.
Mordecai. All right. Bet we're all going Mordecai.
I don't give a
Broken
shit.
bird build.
Broken bird build.
Should we
Bro.
all 3 do separate skill trees?
Your boy
we
use
can.
cheat. I was
but
about to say that
go with
your boy
everyone.
can use cheat engine. Who needs skill points?
Oh yeah, that's right.
I have beaten this game
Yeah, bro.
7 times. I don't give a shit.
We're using Remod.
I will start the game with maxed out stats. I don't give a
I
shit.
can sense it coming
Hell
a mile
yeah.
away. But if there's
So,
good
Running
stuff around
around
the
with
corner,
pea shooters at
I
max
get pumped
stats.
up in advance.
Pea shooter and then
wait, hold
Bloodwing
on.
is going to
My guts
affect
tell me
every
it's gonna
enemy
be
with every
smooth as
status
silk,
effect.
just like it's meant to
How did we
be.
get to this topic
You'll
of
see.
Borderlands? We
Who
were talking
knows?
about mental health
Maybe we'll
and
see
shit.
the shine.
I brought it up because of all the friends I know, I only have 4. And I'm not saying this like to be disrespectful. I only have 4, that have played through most of the Borderlands with me. Those 4 are James, Skeet, Jodary, and Iman. I have played with you 4 fuckers through all of these games. So if I'm
So
going
when,
to ask anybody about a run through, I'm going to ask the people who'd probably be the most interested in returning you one of these old ass games.
When does
Sooner than we
Solar
expect.
Let's
It's
check.
probably it's undetermined 2025, so it could be Q3, it could be Q4, who knows? They haven't specified as far as I know, but they have at least a trailer for it, which says nothing because they could have gameplay footage and it could still be shit.
All right. Well,
Cyberpunk had
I'll be
gameplay
down for
footage,
that
and we saw how
whenever
that
we
released.
Whenever we get like solid release date,
Yeah, it just says coming soon on Steam.
Yeah, it's gonna be
Same.
probably Q3 2024, 2025 or Q4. I don't think it's coming out soon.
Yeah, it just says coming 2025, coming soon.
But caveat to that, saying that, Silk has had the same thing,
Yeah.
and that was put on Steam a year ago. Coming soon.
I'd rather them iron out all the bugs.
I would rather them because I don't want another Cyberpunk, though I'm not going to play it.
yeah, I don't want to be a date.
After
a beta
3,
tester.
I don't want to touch 4. I'm good.
I'm looking forward to Monster Hunter Wilds though.
Dog, I'm telling you right now, I'm going to be God. I'm going to hand y'all the
Can't wait
kings.
for you to carry me again.
I'm going to hand y'all the fucking keys to the kingdom by the time y'all start that game.
I have zero interest in that game.
Which is fine.
It's just too much smashing monsters does not kill a monster. I feel like I'm torturing the poor thing.
Oh, you haven't. Oh, you didn't play the beta, dog. World and Rise. Yeah, it feels like a long fight. This new game, Wilds, you do so much damage to it early on. They can't survive. It is not a long fight. I felt like I was firing shots at JFK hunting in the beta.
Jeez.
Yeah,
allowed
it
to
was
say
shooting
that?
50 barrels. Yes, I can. I'm fighting mythological creatures in a fucking biodome.
JFK isn't a mythological creature.
He is. He's a dead historical figure. You might as well just reanimate Abraham Lincoln.
Alright.
Oh, wait. I'm sorry. Disney already did that. Oh, man. I should stop, like, quoting historical events that shouldn't have been
I feel
done
like I'm
because
firing
it's a crime
shots
against
at
humanity.
MLK.
Might as well, because that's been done, too.
Yeah, man,
Thank you,
MLK
CIA.
is a has-been.
Thank you, CIA.
My pills are kicking in, so I'm gonna go.
Drugs. Motherfucker taking drugs.
I'm taking drugs.
Who doesn't
Nobody
take
take
drugs?
drugs.
Welcome to 2024. Go to 2025. Identify as drugs.
Look out!
Alright, good night, bros.
We're flying!
Hi, bro.
Dude.
We're ready! Stay low! Gets there! Awaiting orders!
Damn. So yeah, we were talking about before that the whole mental health side of things. Not to bring it back to a separate subject. But yeah, man, I was a bit too immature to understand what you were going through back then, even if I did care. Oh shit, I'm dead. All right, player, I'm dead. So yeah, even if I was a bit too immature to understand what was you were going through, I still would have.
Oh, it's understandable. It's a
my
pretty
whole
heavy
situation.
topic for even someone who's like just getting into that kind of shit to understand realistically. I wouldn't hold anybody accountable for responsibility for that. I was going through my own shit. It's fine.
Yeah, and for the whole situation where you're like, you wish you could have had the thing to pull yourself out. It wasn't like I wanted to, but I had family, and it took my family reaching out to me before I left. And when I did go, I was looking for a sign, and I was like sitting in the crowd in the middle of the turn away from your sin, which is what repent means,
Mhm.
and turn away from the things that you know you shouldn't be doing, and start doing the things that you know you should be doing, you're not going to get the next. You're not going to get the next sign. You're not going to find out what the next step is. So I was like, all right, game on, and that's when I started quitting, doing all these negative things that and then I slowly started to realize all the errors in my ways. And a few months later, I finally moved up here and developed that mindset of I am myself the child looking at myself the parent. And things started changing for the better. My mindset started changing. Things started getting a little bit better, and it was thanks to having a family of support chain, because when I came up here, I lived on the fucking top bunk of a loft with my mom and my sister and my brother in a small apartment in the middle of the city, and it was just humbling, to say the least. So I didn't at all pull myself out. Like, it was by God giving me opportunities and a family of support chain, because if it wasn't for this family that I had, if it wasn't for the people around me, I would have been homeless. I would have been probably fucking dead too.
Hey, Stalker, come in.
Yeah.
What's taking you
It
so
was
long?
rough, but
Hurry up! Move!
at the time I didn't want anybody to really see me suffering, because it was definitely humbling. So I chose to suffer alone, even if I know you would have been there. Anybody would have been there. Any one of my friends. So yeah, but since then I'm out of it. I'm in a different place now. I have a lot of regrets now, but
We've got everything ready.
a lot to change for the future, to say the least. Yeah.
Okay, Red said.
And when I got here, because I went to that one church service and I was like, all right, game on. I was looking for a sign. That's what you want me to do? I'll do it. And when I got here, there was another sermon, different church, different pasture, different state, states apart, months apart, even, and I sat down on their service, and they were like, again, at this time I had a lot of bad examples of what not to do, no good examples of what to do.
Yeah.
And he's like, after you repent, the next step is to abide. You turn away from your sins, you confess your sins, you accept the fact that you're not perfect. Means this service is about turning toward Jesus, and you must abide in Christ, which is to turn toward Jesus. And I was like, that's a good example. That's what I've been needing. I need to turn to him and
There you are.
I got here as fast as I could.
The whole service was
What's
about
the latest?
being like Jesus.
So far, everything's going smoothly.
Got it.
The
That's what I
fanatics are
need to do.
suspecting something, but that was part of the plan too.
Obviously,
Time to open the presents. That'll keep the monolithians busy while you make a run for the transformer room. We'll get in touch once you're there. China, we're ready.
About
time. Let's get this party
started,
Commander.
That was kind of okay, this is how I become a good person. I don't know how, but this is kind of teaching me how. And
it's an architect, it's not an architect, it's a blueprint for literature.
Yeah.
It's not going to tell you step by step what you need to do, but it's giving you the tools. Yeah.
Right, and it's a tough one to follow, that's for sure, because he's perfect.
There's a lot of tenets
in
religion. Yes, you have to follow them step by step if you want to still feel like you're doing the right thing and following in the right path, which I totally respect. Same concept.
Yeah.
As just trying to be a morally upstanding human being. Don't want to be a dick to people. You want to try to show everybody the same amount of respect. Just be a good human being. Be decent to people.
Yeah,
Which
and
is,
I'm
it
sure.
isn't hard, but it's just asking for any general person to just, you know, be kind.
And you're a practical kind of person,
Yeah.
so I'm sure that you understand like the the teachings, even if you don't understand like or don't agree with the theology or can't like jump on board with the theology
Yeah,
of it.
it's,
I feel
I'm
like you
not
understand
going
the
to
teachings of
bash
it.
people's beliefs in a religion based off of not fully believing in it. You can have your
Right.
beliefs 100%. Do I have to agree with them? No. Same thing when it comes to like performing an experiment. An experiment is supposed to be able to be repeatable. If you get one result and I get a different result, they should be able to be comparable. If you say, no, it should be this way, and I do the same thing and I get a different result, and you're telling me it's wrong because I got a different result when I followed exactly what you did, that doesn't make sense. It's not repeatable. That brings, you know, conflict into the discussion. I don't want to bring conflict in this discussion. I'm saying I can respect and understand your perspective. My thing is I don't believe where you're coming from, but I respect your teachings and I respect your principles because they do make sense in line with everything. Like, even the tenets of most religions, like being a good neighbor, doing the right thing, you know, putting family first, and not committing murder, don't commit adultery. There's a lot of good tenets in all religions to prevent
Not
human
committing
beings. Yeah,
murder. Like,
that's a good tenet. But I'm just saying, there's a lot of good tenets in religions to prevent human beings from just like devolving into, you know, like the inside thoughts becoming outside thoughts. Where it's like, oh, I have this
right.
idea, I want to act on them. Religion kind of keeps that kind of shit in check, which is good. It's the same thing as a moral compass. A moral compass can do that same thing, but if you don't have anything to govern your moral compass, you have that thought and you're like, fuck it, I'm going to stab the cashier today. Where it's like your religion tells you don't do that, and you believe that more than your moral compass is just saying, hey, don't do that, and you're like, fuck it, I'm going to do it anyways. If it can keep more people in check, that puts more power towards the religion aspect. Fucking great. It prevents chaos and people doing dumb shit just to prevent stupidity in humanity. If you can just control your moral compass and realize that is wrong, or I don't want to fuck people over, or I don't want to hurt people, and you can control that on your own, and you don't need Jesus, that's also great. Just like, don't fuck with people unnecessarily unless it's like someone's being a dick and like hurting someone, and you are there, physically there, and you can prevent that, where it's like, hey, that dude's manhandling his woman in a supermarket. I kind of want to step in and be like, hey, man, fuck off. Like, you shouldn't be grabbing her that hard, or, like, you shouldn't be hitting your kid that hard in
this
public.
This is how you beat a woman.
like, hey, man, that doesn't sit right with me. And, you know,
I get what you're saying, but I mean, as far as the practicalness of some of the family values, the traditional family values that it preaches, I feel like you can understand. You're really in the position to live those values. Me, I'm trying to build myself to be the person to live those values, and I don't feel like I'm there yet, because, like, yeah, I feel like I could be a good father, but I don't feel like I could be the greatest example. Like, I can guide somebody to be the better person, but I don't feel like I am the better person yet. So if
it's a hard metric.
It's
a big metric stick to compare yourself to, realistically.
Yeah. So I just feel like you can understand that even if you know aren't on board with the whole.
No, it is. That's the problem. It's not the problem. That's the big consensus when it comes to how do you know when you are in the right versus being holier than thou. It is a large metric stick to compare yourself to, because the problem
There's
with
no
religious.
such thing as holier than thou.
I'm just saying, trying to know like when you are in the right or when you are in the wrong for that kind of situation is what I'm saying. How do you know when the metric stick you compare yourself to is, am I being reasonable? Am I being over righteous? Or am I being above and beyond, just like, I know everything that I'm supposed to be doing right, you are doing everything wrong, I should tell you how you should be bettering yourself, and you're being preachy. like kind of being snooty, where it's like it's coming off. Not. How do I put this properly?
I know exactly.
It's coming off it's coming off abrasively as opposed to being like sentimentally. Hey, so you know, I'm noticing you're having some issues. Why don't you try doing this? Like a suggestion as opposed to you're doing it wrong. Type of like, hey, dipshit, you're holding the flashlight wrong while I'm trying to work on something. Type of thing. Like there's a difference in tone there.
And that's something that.
And that's a big obstacle for people because a lot of people, will take maturity over experience. And if you can say something maturely to someone where they get your message and they understand where they're coming from and they can correct the action, versus if you're using experience and you're being a dick about it, no one's going to listen to you. They'll be like, fuck him. He's being a dick. You could be totally in the right, but because of your tone and the way you came across it and addressed it, you're being an asshole and no one wants to listen to you. Which I wish more people could understand. Whoops.
Yo, sorry I didn't read this sooner. But no, yes, you should definitely. No, Dickcaster. You should definitely do it if you're going to do it. Actually, no, I take that back. We've all played it, so we will be going quickly. You're gonna get sped through the story, and you might not enjoy the game if you play with us.
Don't say that. Jay should be honestly. You should be honest in my chat. Did you not just get ran through Godric in Elden Ring for fun? Cause he lost a bet.
I feel like it would if you've never played Borderlands and you're trying to play Borderlands 4 and you want to get ready for Borderlands 4, play Borderlands 1,
I think it's just
3,
he has an interest in the game for the multiplayer aspect. I don't think it's mainly like
what I hope for. Yeah, I'm gonna get to what I hope for Borderlands 4 in a second, but what I will say, as far as like
quality of life stuff can stay.
I try not to.
I try not to hope the new characters don't suck. Like, character-wise, I don't care about their kits and what abilities they have. I want them to have a character. I want them to have personality. If the personality is dull, if the personality is dull, you're not rekindling my love for Mordecai. Because the second Mordecai dies, I think I'm losing 50% of my interest in this whole game. The second they kill him, you've lost me as a strong customer. Because I love the fact that Mordecai is just a drunk sniper. Great. Dude shouldn't hit a shot. Greatest sniper on Pandora. That is hilarious. And he's a bird.
Yeah.
Dude is addicted to being drunk. Can kill you from 3 miles away. That shouldn't make sense, but I love it.
And I really do want to feel attached to the characters and the game and like all the players that were in the game previously. You know,
because I haven't felt anything besides the same fucking class they've made back to back. Zero. Great character. Love him and his mysteriousness. The way he speaks in haikus and shit. His character is great. Flag. Great character design. He is a robot. He is barely understanding what the fuck humans go through. And he was more like, fuck humans, I like animals more. Good character design. Outside of that, I'm like,
Yeah, the thing that I really want to see from the game is they added this like environmental aspect of the game in Borderlands 3. And I think that they didn't capitalize on that. These are the same creators of Bulletstorm, by the way. The creators of like the game where you were slide kicking people into fucking spike walls and there were plants that were eating people. Like, that's the game. So I want to see more environmental kills and shit like that like just spices up the combat, because they had so many different planets, but I didn't feel like any of the planets really mattered because they it's like almost copy pasted the enemy. And it didn't feel like there was any real difference. It's like, oh cool, this planet is Pandora but in green. So like, I just want to see more. Like, they're not going to create more variety in the enemies. I want to see more variety in the environments. I feel like that is a necessity at this point.
I would hope.
But
I don't have high hopes for the new game.
I don't either, man. I feel like the story is going to be dry, the humor is going to be dull, and I'm going to be
just underwhelmed.
kind of bored after like an hour. Like,
Yeah.
bro, why'd they even advertise Sanctuary in space if, like,
It's not
I
a
couldn't
core
fly the
principle of
ship?
game.
Yeah.
Are you there,
Why couldn't I
Stalker?
fly the ship?
Now, you gotta activate all the
Bullshit, dude.
transformers.
Upset.
That should overload the grid
Still
and
upset about that.
temporarily shut down the Duga.
We'll never not be upset about that, to be honest with you. Might have just kept it on the planet. Just a fast travel point. I don't know. I also think Randy Pitchford is a douchebag, so like...
No, he's gotten worse since 3 released.
Really?
Way worse.
Yeah.
Not yet,
He was a
Yeah,
chauvinistic
Initiate the
asshole in 3
transformer
released.
overload.
He's gotten
We
worse with
can't
the
keep
4
them
announcement.
distracted for much longer.
Way worse. Sadly.
Gotta love it.
I can sense you.
I say that because I sat in and I remember watching on Twitch both the Borderlands 2 and the Borderlands 3 release parties. 2 was a little bit more tame, realistically. They were chill about it. They weren't making like a big fuss about it. 3 was like, that dude felt like he was Prince on the fucking stage.
Yeah, yeah.
3,
I
he was
definitely-
even more of a prudish dick. And 4, I don't even want to see the fucking release party because I feel like it's gonna get worse.
Enemy of the month.
I feel like they definitely thought that they figured out a formula and that they were the shit. I got that vibe.
They
that
had the
were-
formula. The problem is they're not capitalizing on it properly. They're just making it worse. They're sullying the characters and making them boring. And without any kind of like substantial character base to make your playthrough enjoyable, is it fun? Do you find yourself having fun? If it's your first game in the series, you're not gonna have any kind of like backing on your prerequisite of, is the game good? You play it for the first time, and if 4 has enough quality of life updates, you're gonna enjoy it, maybe. You have no problems with it, as long as it's written well. But maybe you don't understand the crude humor, and maybe some of the stuff is going over your head because you're just like, this isn't funny, this is like total humor kind of shit. And you don't get it if it's your first playthrough. Whereas, like, if you're a returning player to the franchise, and let's say you loved 3, or 3 was like, you're like, 3's forgettable, I didn't really fully enjoy it. Then you get to 4 coming out, and what if 4 isn't doing that well? Like, it's not meeting expectation. And you didn't even have to have high expectation. You're just like, okay, I just hope they do better with this one. And the characters are duller. Like, what do? Do you
players
request a
only thing.
refund? Do you boycott it? What do you do? How do you make the developers realize that this perfect formula they had isn't working out, and you as a fan hate it?
Spotted a scouting party. Hold them off. No
That's
matter
my
what.
problem, is
Don't
they're
let them
never
catch
gonna
sight of
learn
China.
if we don't
Copy
like it,
that, boss.
even if we petition to have them change
Yeah,
shit,
keep pushing.
because they're not gonna give a shit.
Yeah, and a lot of developers are like so large that they feel like they can just do what they want and
Some
get away
people
with
think
it.
they're too big to fail, and they just believe that.
Yep. And honestly, Borderlands 2, like with the pre-sequel even being as it was, it could have capped off Borderlands 2 and been great. And Borderlands 3 was like, okay, this could be good, and then they just fumbled. So like Borderlands 4 has hope. The amount of pre-orders, I feel like, is going to be so much less.
I just don't think it's gonna be that good.
No, definitely not.
It's certainly not worth the pre-order. I don't even think it's gonna be that well off.
I'm not pre-ordering it. I'm gonna probably wait a couple weeks before.
I'm gonna wait
it
for
gets-
full-on gameplay videos to see if it's even worth my time, realistically.
Right.
It's not worth a pre-order.
That's a fact. Dude. Definitely not about the pre-order.
I want to see gameplay. I want to hear what the characters sound like. I don't even care
Player on me.
specifically who's voicing them. I just want to know that the characters have something other than just being generic Vault Hunter 1, 2, 3, and 4. Because if it's if they're deadpan, boring characters, I don't want the game.
There's another player running up on us.
Dugar's not gonna pose a threat for a while. And now these assholes have no idea where we're gonna hit them. It's time.
Okay, before the fucking Russian brigade decides to come and push my shit in, I might as well refill my tank. Pissed off a lot of redcoats with that bullshit. Fuck you and salut. Nothing like being an Irish drinking Canadian whiskey telling the Russians to go fuck themselves. Alrighty then. Let's at least finish happiness for everyone.
Time to move on to the grand finale. So, you were after Faust, right?
I don't like this.
There's a gathering on the roof of the comm center, the Dugar command post. It seems like the preacher is about to come out and address his flock. Go finish him off. We've got your back. And if you hear an explosion, take a look around. It's not every day we make the Dugar sparkle.
Okay.
Player on me.
We welcomed our guests. Took some casualties. Got it. Mugwort, what about you? Ah! What do you think? Fuck! Where's that gunfire coming from?
Dropped one.
There's a lot of them right under the Dugal. They got a gas gun.
They have a
We're outnumbered, 5 men down. Stay low. Give us your coordinates. We're moving in.
They have the capacity to make this game like Star Wars, especially since in Tiny Tina's Wonderland they had melee weapons. You know what I mean?
What's up?
Like if they make another space aspect to this game, like they don't allow you to get like fly ships in space, I'm gonna be so upset. What's the point, dude? No enemies nearby in this building.
Yeah.
So like with Tiny Tina's Wonderland, they added melee weapons. So they have every ability to turn this game into like a Star Wars.
They could, and they were supposed to with 3, and that kind of fell short. Because they were talking about intergalactic travel, and yeah, technically you fast travel between planets, but it doesn't feel that way, where it's like you're landing on a new world and traversing it. You're loading into a pre-rendered map every time. You have pre-rendered levels. It's just like any other Borderlands game. They give you so much space to work through. But yeah.
Yeah.
Vlad Fields, that's a great name. 4-2-2-1. I used that gun for a bit. It's a good gun. Good taste. Fuck, I have a malfunction. This shit's already fucking dying. It's great.
This guy circle around to his teammates or something?
Surprised you showed up to kiss me. Might have to switch shotgun in a second. My primary is not functioning. Nope, never mind. Popped me right in the fucking head. Okay, so the question is... You're in yellow. Why the fuck did you want to... Okay, you know what? We're just gonna go ahead and rage and roll this shit.
Star, they spotted us! Hide the explosives and get out of there, quick! This is your only chance. I've got a backup plan. Oh, fuck!
Dare to loot all this.
It's working out too well, huh? Crazy, isn't it? Force combat, I like that.
Something's wrong. Brothers, support me!
Shotgun style bit.
I feel like every competitive game is just full of cheaters now. You know? Maybe I'm crazy. I don't feel like I'm crazy though.
Yeah, go ahead and punch me, you fuck stick, fuck shot, fucking close range, eat a dick.
Boss, we've cleared the coast. Heading north now. What about ammo? Running low. Almost out of the grenades we took from the ward. Damn it, Cleric. Too soon. I know. These assholes are fucking hard to take down. Should have packed a flamethrower. I'm sending another squad to you. We're moving to the Duga. Let's get this done.
Oh my. It's the same fucking brick.
We made it through! I even snagged a Gauss gun! Everyone, get ready!
Can't wait.
Moving on to the last phase of the plan!
Can I not break this? Nope, I cannot break this. It's awesome. That is awesome. Okay. Wanna play hardball? Play hardball. It's still not Faust.
Everyone, get ready! Moving on to the last phase of the plan!
Come to me!
How's S.T.A.L.K.E.R, by the way?
Actually, really.
Yeah?
Yeah. Good leadership. like. I like the weight setup and several other games that have a very limited setup for shit. Difficulties are not that bad. It does have some performance issues that catch me out slowly. It's not bad. It's really good. I would highly recommend if you just want to know the world kind of like survival part, but yeah. There's bleeding, worry about their hunger and shit. It's not bad. Decent storyline. A lot of good guns from the Russian Ukrainian side to fuck with.
That's cool. I played the first one. I just to get into the next one, like this one, it's like it kills me a little bit. I wish I could play with the team.
I know someone made a mod for the first game. Maybe we'll play it co-op.
That's actually. There's an Attack on Titan VR. There's a couple, actually. Did you ever finish Attack on Titan?
Attack on Titan.
Yeah. I know we were watching that
The
back
show.
in high school.
Oh, the show itself. No, no. I got to a
Damn,
certain
man.
point and stopped watching.
You gotta finish it, dude. So good. So good. We were watching it back in high school. Whatever you thought this would be like, probably wrong. It gets crazy. But then it gets good.
He's effectively attacking my frames, you piece of shit. Bullshit, I can't fucking see. That did not kill me. I swear to everything on this planet. If that killed me, I'd be so pissed off. Oh, finally. God damn, that fight sucked. Yeah, fuck you.
The fight is over. A
Did you
mortal
like to play that
dies,
Soldier Boy? You
yet the soul
for like
endures.
100 times in a row.
Welcome
You.
to the subtle world.
I don't know if you remember that.
Take a seat,
Wait,
Skip.
you calling me old?
We have a lot to talk
You know what,
about.
man? They called me the Blender.
What time of day would you choose for an
You don't
intimate
know. You
conversation?
don't know that one. The oh man,
I prefer
gotta send this
dusk.
to you. I can't even describe it in a
What
funny
a
way.
fascinating
It's just its
show.
own funny thing.
Much of the zone is not what it seems. What the hell did you unleash upon us? You know more than I do. Envoy of the monolith. What? You stood by his side, carrying out his will, and now you've come for me. I have angered him. And that is why you are here, seeking revenge and a reward. I don't get it. I just want to reclaim what I've lost.
God, the
That
farther I get with this game, the more it
makes
feels
two
like
of
I'm
us.
playing Dying Light 1. But
Is that so?
if you were a military gun
Some
nut
come
for
to the
Russians.
zone to make money. Others come looking for miracles. Many just want to find
I know all these weapon
happiness.
platforms and they're fun to fuck
know?
with, but at the same time,
a way to feel
the story feels
real and alive again.
well written, but just everywhere.
But have you ever met anyone who
How am I
was
sympathizing with an antagonist right now?
truly happy?
This dude just tried to kill me 5 minutes ago, and now I'm having a chit chat with him.
And what do they look for if the
This is
miracles
Final
don't
Fantasy.
satisfy
Trying to be
them?
enemies.
The monolith brought joy to a chosen few.
Oh, this guy.
But I've decided that all stalkers in the zone deserve better.
How generous of you.
I've been here before. Once. A long time ago. When I was a stalker. Looking for an adventure. I took just one awkward step. And my whole world plunged into darkness. But in the end, it was I who gained true sight, while the others kept stumbling around in the dark, searching for invisible wonders.
One enemy player and
The monolith showed me the zone for what it truly is.
My face, weirdo!
he's not alone now. I don't know where his teammate is.
Is this the real zone?
Define reality. The zone is what you consider it to be. I've shown you how I see it. Walk your own path, and you will come to perceive the zone in your own way. Such is the will of the monolith.
Is this dude about to kill himself?
Like you.
Please. I think I'm about to watch a dude commit Sudoku. Once the frames come back. Are you gonna keep walking back off that cliff?
Come in. Do you copy? Is anyone still alive out there?
I'm alive.
That's the kind of news I like to hear. And what about Faust? Is he in the still alive category as well?
Nah,
No.
that motherfucker dead.
I like that kind of news even better. Believe it or not, I'm a little sorry he's gone. He was a true believer. That's
Nah,
rare.
you're dead.
But enough poetry.
Deserve that.
Search his body. He's got to have some...
Right. I shot him in the head. Why do I have to... What the fuck did I do?
Here's a little present for you!
What the fuck, dude?
But enough poetry. Search his body.
That is the most comical shit I've seen in this game. Shot your boss in the head and one dude comes out of the fucking woodwork's name. It's a fucking Max.
You'll know it when you see it. Meet me at
Get the
Malachite.
fuck out of here. Oh, that's comical as fuck. I love that. What the shit? Shotgun rounds? Can I get the gun from underneath your goddamn feet? Thank you. Wait. I can pick up your body fast.
Signal.
Yeah, I'm taking this motherfucker with me. Faust, world of the... There's nothing you can keep
Put down the
secret.
gun, okay?
Come into the open. It's just a matter of time. Faust, don't you start with me. You're dead, okay? You ain't coming back. See? Faust in chat, you're dead. You're gone. Don't start you shit in my chat. Motherfucker dead. That dude's playing on his tablet because his tablet child. Can only pick up his
Tablet
gun. No, that is. Half the people in the zone are tablet children. See, that dude's on his tablet. Your map is a tablet? Motherfucker dead. Wait, what? Oh, that's right. He just started creating clones, so they're all Faust. AR-416. Of course you have an AR-416. Say fun boss, but realistically you were a pain in the dick. Alright, my quest is, of course, it's 1.1 miles that way. Is it Rostock? Malachite. Okay, and we're going to Malachite apparently. In the middle of the night. Partially busted AR. And a shotgun.
Skiff, they're scattering. We're pushing them north. What about
That's
Faust?
Dead.
Faust.
What about Star?
He did it. He blew up the Dugas, but he didn't make it. We've lost so many. It doesn't matter. Let's not waste our time mourning. Star wouldn't want that. He believed in his cause and was willing to do whatever it took. Besides, he's a legend now. How many got?
Okay, that audio just got totally cut off. That's cool. Can I shit in your chat though? Of course, Jay. By all means, shit in my chat. One day we'll get you through Elden Ring. I could drag you through the DLC like I drag Skate. Before that boss got patched. But now it's on easy mode, theoretically. I am heavy because I have too many fucking items on my person. Ugh. How the fuck do I get out of here? This is the longest amount of time I've been here without being sniped. 'Cause last time I tried to get through Duga, they tried to shoot me constantly. I love story required areas where they just constantly shoot me in the fucking dome.
Sapphire, dog.
You're kidding me. There's literally. Oh. Beehive here. You're shitting me. Ooh, sneaky. Give me a. Give me a fucking compass.
They really named that cone tits.
Oh, this is the most. Why? Why is he not noticing? Ow.
I need to reload.
I don't have any ammo, you dick. You have armor. This is a 45 ACP. Fuck you. I'm trying my best. Oh my fucking god, why? I'm gonna use the true compass. True compass. Why the... Insane! You're not real. Are you real? No. God damn it, I'm going insane. Oh, God. I just wanted an artifact, man. What the fuck? Where's my drugs? It's not real. You guys are homie. Why can't you shoot my, like, fucking figments of my imagination? Why are you shooting me? What did I do? Why, though? No reason. Oh, you were also the fake patrol? That's wild. though? None of those are real. What? Ow. Yeah. Oh, I don't want to. Fuck that. This was such a waste. Find something to eat. Goofy ass. Fuck off. I'm not playing your game, rogue. I literally used all those medkits. I literally used all those medkits. Christ.
Right, I have to kill things without armor in this area in like the first couple of minutes of this game. You have to do your thing.
Hello?
Yo,
What's up, motherfucker?
not much, man. You know how it do.
How it be and how it do, yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's kind of where I'm at.
Yeah.
What up, dude?
Not much.
I can't wait to see how much money this all cost.
More work again?
What'll cost?
Repairing
rush,
all the shit I just got shot by.
Oh,
63k on the armor alone. Fuck you.
about like 500 shillings, maybe?
60, 80. That was almost 100 grand. Just to go do that mission. I
Oof.
love this game so goddamn much. Holy fucking hell. I want...
Sounds like you do.
Yep, don't be a stranger.
I love this game. Oh man, it's great.
Here?
When are people gonna realize that you can actually get pulled over for having music in your car being too loud?
Never.
Oh man.
Max out the
I'm from
volume
Florida.
always, constantly.
Have a nice day.
That's what it's like.
Like, I don't think I've ever actually pulled anybody over
I'm
for it,
done.
but you can.
Decibels being too loud, bitch.
Yeah, it actually is an offense. Like,
I know it.
it's a valid reason for a traffic stop.
Y'all patched the game
Well, people don't
several
be-
times, and I discovered I do glitch. That's awesome.
Into the STC. Please remember that field experiments should be conducted exclusively in the field.
Bro, what the fuck is going on? Why is my equipment not going up now? What the fuck?
Oh, so Q-Tip, your stream had me dying laughing earlier.
From what?
So it was like a cutscene where he was like, I'm just looking for what I've lost. and then it cut to an ad and I wasn't paying attention. So I just heard that, and then I heard music, and I was like, no way, that's the end credits.
Yep.
Yeah, that started playing, and I was like, what the fuck? I look, and I'm like, oh, it's an ad. I was like, there's no way it's end credits.
Ooh. I didn't even realize I got a fancy new scanner. That's cool.
Imagine if they cliffhangered you like that.
It would be funny if it ended right after that, because my ending sequence is literally just, yeah, that's good enough. Bye. It would fit within an ad break. You would have no idea the ad finishes and streamer is offline.
Dude, I actually would have liked shit a brick. Over how funny that would have been. And then you start streaming like Stalker tomorrow, and it's like, did you finish this game already?
Yeah. It's crazy. It's crazy wild. Holy fuck, did y'all break the game? I cannot store things. What the fuck did y'all do to the game with this recent patch, man? Does it take me 4 attempts to put ammo into my stash? What the fuck?
Fuck you, say.
This is insufferable. Sweet Jesus.
There's players here. Yeah, there's players.
How much does my sniper weigh that I uploaded?
Whoa.
Remember that not all research requires hands-on specimen collection. Our guide and allied learners are ready to bring anything you might need.
Can't even read.
Oh, shit. Let me see if I can't get around behind him.
Oh, Q-tip, I pinched a nerve.
What'd you do?
Means I can temporarily feel pain.
Nice.
No.
What did you fucking do?
Did they just push hard as fuck or what?
What?
I said, what did you fucking do?
I don't know. But I pinched it. I'm assuming it was during my workout this morning.
Oof. Oh my god, the fucking noise stopped. Thank god.
What, the beeping?
Nope, it's still going. What? I opened my stash and the game's just fucking broken.
Yeah.
Oh man, they got me. I think I'm fucked. Rotating back the other way.
In the case of an unsuccessful experiment, I strongly advise seeking immediate medical attention. Our doctor services are available at any time.
Ooh. They heard me.
Alright, well, I gotta go. I'll be on in probably like an hour, maybe 2. If you're still on Q-tip.
Okay. Yep, still be around.
Peace out.
Only existing through this weird glitch.
at the entrance, please contact security.
Damn. My mic is muted that whole time.
No, you're good.
Sucks, dude. I was talking to teammates and everything.
No,
What
you're
was the last
fine.
thing you heard me say? What'd you hear me say last? Do you remember?
No, you were just talking teammates. You're good. Wasn't too
Damn.
crazy.
Well. Well, I was trying to talk to teammates. I muted my mic on my headset. No, in Discord, so they couldn't hear me.
So you were talking to nobody in
Yeah,
your
I was
game.
talking to my damn self. Whoops. Yeah, I've been away for about 28 hours, so
Remember that not all research requires hands-on specimen collection.
I'll catch you later, man.
Our guide and
Later, bud.
allied
Talking to
members
you
are
again.
ready to bring anything you might need.
Hope to see you around.
Yep. See you, dude.
See you. We can play more soccer tomorrow, realistically. This weird glitch is also kind of annoying, so we'll start the next quest and move from there.
Make up your mind.
What if Faust doesn't have it? What if...
Are you even tuning in?
Honestly, not really. Whether we dig in or not, everything's going to change very soon. You get it. Oh, you will.
Oh, you. Right.
Can't you see I'm busy?
I need to fucking talk to you, dipshit.
Possibly. What is it?
It's the key to something incredibly important. Something that's going to change us all. And it's all thanks to you and me. Come, the time of miracles is nigh.
Yeah, what miracles?
What miracles?
Terrifying ones, astonishing ones, and above all, real ones. Those are the only kinds of miracles we have here in the zone.
Okay.
All right. What do I have to do?
Place the key on the controls over there and hold your breath. Come on, use the key already.
Oh, man. Something tells me this isn't going to go well. Okay.
Greetings, Giff. I know you have a lot of questions for me. Ask them, and then we'll decide what to do with you.
How do you know me?
We're aware of everything that happens in the zone, but we're not always capable of influencing it.
Okay.
After S.T.A.L.K.E.R tried to replicate the
Feeling
3D
very Fallout 4.
experiment, some of their anomalous energy seeped into the mainland. It affected a number of people, but you were the only one who sought the truth.
Okay.
Who are you? Or what are you?
We are C consciousness. We were once 7 scientists, 7 distinct personalities. Now, we exist as one mind.
That's healthy.
By merging our consciousnesses, we've achieved a direct connection with the noosphere. I am the representative of C consciousness.
Since you survived, does that mean the noosphere is an extension of life?
The noosphere is much more than just the Earth's information field. Thanks to the zone, sentient beings can achieve eternal life in the form of subtle matter. Pure consciousness, free from the constraints and limitations of a physical body. However, should anyone attempt to harness the anomalous energy, it will inevitably result in the annihilation of all subtle matter.
Yeah, let's not do that, but I have a feeling that will happen.
Everyone in the zone thinks S.T.A.L.K.E.R killed you all. How did you manage to survive?
When S.T.A.L.K.E.R went to Lab X7 with the intent of destroying our bots, we were certain that the end was near. As it turned out, even after our physical demise,
so your physical
our
body's dead.
existence persisted within the noosphere.
Okay.
Regardless of S.T.A.L.K.E.'s intentions,
got it.
any efforts to revive us would have been futile, because the merging of our minds is irreversible.
That is also scary.
What are you trying to achieve?
After the reckless intervention by S.T.A.L.K.E.R, the structure of the noosphere was damaged, isolating individual subtle matter images from one another. The Shining will reinstate the right to immortality for all sentient beings in the zone, and eventually, for all of mankind.
That's not good.
From then on, our liberated consciousnesses will gain the ability to communicate directly with one another, facilitating the free exchange of knowledge and experience. It will be the dawn of a new age.
Not good.
So this is what the Shining Zone really is. I knew it in my heart. I believed in it all along. Seek and ye shall find.
The Shining can rid us of the darkness that's holding us back, preventing us from hearing each other. It will grant us eternal life. No pain, no regret, no suffering.
How can we make this new age come sooner?
Scar, the word is at the gates. It's just a matter of time before they break through.
But of course. Fuck. Take care of them and fast.
Remember, I don't work for you.
You're working with me. Over and out. Can't you see I'm busy? Skip, I need you to help distract the ward while I get the professor out. I'll meet you outside. I can't get the professor out of here while you're still hanging around.
I have no fucking ammo. Yeah, keep them distracted. Yep, doing great. I'm a bullet sponge. Oh my fucking god. We're about to go for an achievement fuck this shit. I need help. I got it. Got the achievement. None of this is ammo I need. None of this is ammo I need. That is amazing. Also not ammo I need. What the fuck? Napro's a good gun, also probably not ammo I need. Why did y'all come in with the most niche weaponry of all fucking time? No. I have a shotgun, what the fuck? I don't know why it was giving me bare hands. Rifle ammo I don't need. It's also great. Open. Oh. This is gonna suck. I have a Mark 1 on you? What the fuck? Why do both of you have snipers on you? What the fuck is this shit? Oh my god. Why are you inside of Malachite? Like literally inside of the base. Beer. Totally worth the trip.
There are wardens near the railroad tunnel to skip. You know that...
Oh my god, I was shooting our guys. I am so sorry. Oh, god damn it. I just got here. Holy fucking shit. There were some casualties in the fight, sorry. You're not supposed to be able to get that. That's a light machine gun. Okay, but... fully healed up now. Oh my god. Oh my fucking god. There's no way. With like 3 other people shooting them, they can't take care of this one guy. Holy fucking hell. Still have no ammo from my ammo. I have still have no ammo from my main gun. No idea how that is a solid hiding spot, but okay. There are dudes right fucking behind you. Are you guys good? I have to do an aim trainer not just to kill you. Fucking kidding me. Yeah, good shotgun, you piece of shit. Oh my god! Ow, yep. He needs health. Oh my god. Can't even aim straight if I wanted to. God, what are you shooting me with? Sub-fucking machine gun? Holy fucking hell, it's that much damage. Oh, fuck off. Bullets and cream. Oh, for the love of God, shoot the one fucker next to you. Holy fuck, y'all can't shoot guns. Did not need to use that. If this sets me all the way back to the beginning of this mission, I am calling it a night. Because that shouldn't have been that far. And this game and your ankles. It was right after I looted everybody? Right after I looted everybody. Like, okay, fine, I'll just walk. This is the quest marker, right? What do you want me to go inside and underground? The fuck you mean? Okay, you fucking jump scare. Okay, fuck you. No, let's fucking go. Fuck you. Piece of shit. Fuck. I can discard the secret entrance to Malachite. Okay. Really?
Skiff, there's no denying I was right now, is there?
Sure, it was pretty impressive, but I'm having a hard time believing it all.
That's because we were so rudely interrupted. Faith! Oh, it doesn't matter. We'll find another way to contact the representative. We'll need to locate the X Network Center, where all the visiographs. The problem is, we don't know where it is or how to get there.
That's great.
It's time to go legend hunting, Skiff. We need S.T.A.L.K.E.R. If anyone knows about that center...
What do you know about S.T.A.L.K.E.R?
All there is to know in the zone. He did what no one has ever done before. He reached the very center of the zone and revealed Pripyat's secrets. Lucky for us, he wasn't alone on his journey. He had Fang, Ghost, and a doctor with him. And everyone save for the doctor is either missing or dead.
So, what are you gonna do next?
You should be asking what you're going to do. To find S.T.A.L.K.E.R, we'll need to track down the doctor. He's the only one from S.T.A.L.K.E.'s group whose whereabouts aren't a total mystery. He's a legend in his own right. He materializes out of thin air, heals everyone he encounters, even mutants, and then vanishes without a trace.
Okay, where do I find...
I have no idea. but is often sighted in the Red Forest. Listen to the local tall tales. There's always more truth to them than meets the eye. At the very least, look at me. I have a feeling you could use one.
Thumbs up. There are still enemies here. I have no fucking ammo on anything. It's in better condition than the last one. They're both broken. Got a suit out of it. Who? Oh my god, why? I'm still missing 4 of them. I lost. I lost some trucks from doing that, apparently. It's awesome. Oh my lord. I still don't know how the fuck I got the other detector. Yeah, after that bullshit, I'm just gonna go ahead and save here. I just got a message on Discord. What is that about? Pullout can't be weak. Sweet Jesus. Where? motherfucker. I'm taking your head clean fucking off, motherfucker.
Enemy is close. Keep looking.
I can't quick save here. And I also can't just gamble jumping in a window. That's awesome. You son of a bitch. How do you shitbirds get in there? I want to fucking end you. The fuck? What do I weigh, 100 pounds? Yeah, I don't have a 36-inch vertical leap, apparently. This isn't annoying as all fuck.
You must be close by. I'll check it out.
I don't know how that reloaded with gear. Don't ask me, because I swear to God I emptied that. Now it's saving. The fuck?
Target lost. At ease, man.
Done. All enemies dead. No. Okay. Do I really want to run 2 clicks out? No. I really don't want to. Because realistically, this is probably the closest area to... Oh, Brand. Yeah. Yeah, Rostock. Rostock is closer, but actively right now there is no guide here. Meaning I would actually have to run this whole fucking distance. I don't want to do that tonight. I hate running. It is so boring. The only downside of this game, as much as I love the history, lore, and aesthetic to this game, the walking sim kills me. Because there is a stamina bar. There is a fucking...
Stalker, this is S.T.A.L.K.E.R. While the professor was busy getting plastered, I went through the papers you brought back from X5. And guess what? Leaving Malachite was the right call. I think I've stumbled upon something they all overlooked. Even Vupalov himself missed it. But it's just a theory. I need to put it to the test. To do so, I'll need callers. Can you help me gather some?
All right. Tell me where to find them.
I've detected a few caller signals, but the locations are approximate. I'll forward you the coordinates, but you'll have to pin them down once you're on site. Just make sure to bring me the entire batch. I don't want my work interrupted by one sample at a time.
You're shitting me.
I don't like this. Keep them
I don't know what they see.
Keep them in your sights! I'll move to cover!
Okay. Holy shit. Ugly motherfuckers. No collar. No. Fuck this noise. Glorious waste of ammo. Oh, Lord. Awesome. Okay, what the... How? Walking sim. How do you pad out the length time of your game? Let's take away fast traveling and just make people run. That makes them enjoy our games for longer term, right? Absolutely. People love aimlessly walking towards their objective. There's no negative downside to that at all. We're real. Play a lot of open world games. Biggest complaint about open world games. The world scale can be massive as fuck. Give us something to traverse it. I don't want to spend 45 minutes at a time following the main storyline to get to another location. I really don't. Like, oh, it's the looting and adventure. Like, the journey is half the fun. No. It's not. If the main storyline in this game is bred through cutscenes, how is this enhancing my experience? I am running aimlessly from one checkpoint to the other. Through points of interest, obviously, yeah. There's not even anomalies. There's no artifacts around here. Nothing. Ain't shit around here. Bunch of bullshit to pad out walking farther. I really want to walk through this area? No. Doesn't excite me or fill me with joy to be randomly walking through a bunch of empty fucking corridors of bullshit. Forcing me into encounters I realistically do not need to even engage with because my objective is all the way the fuck over there. I hate padding shit out, dude. I'd rather just be able to get to my location to finish a quest if fast traveling is available. It is. The last area that had fast travel was a quest, so it took the NPCs away. So I have to leave and progress this quest just to be able to do that again at that area. What the fuck? I really want to run like 2 kilometers this direction to start this quest. No, I don't. You suck. I want to start this quest and get off because I'm good. I don't want to fucking aimlessly run through the forest again. It's guaranteed by the time I get over here and start this quest, it's going to be more of that. Whoa. Oh, fuck off.
Stalkers, take cover. There's an emission coming.
Are you fucking kidding me? This counts, fuck you. Fuck off! Holy shit! How many stab wounds can I put in 1 bloodsucker before the mission ends?
Emission underway. Everyone stay put.
Died of 92 stab wounds. I feel like I'm making a mosaic.
outside now.
Awesome. Are you kidding me? There's no shot. My quest.
Just lugging him back. If you wanted to search the clinic too.
Calm down. He's sorry, Lona.
So why don't you get the fuck out?
We're not up.
I'm looking for the doctor.
You too. Are you working with the mercs, you son of a bitch?
Okay.
Answer me.
Put the gun down. Now. And you, Loner. Why are you so interested in the doctor?
I'm looking for S.T.A.L.K.E.R. The doctor knows where to find him.
I don't know why you need S.T.A.L.K.E.R, but finding the doctor ain't exactly a walk in the park either. No one knows where the doctor lives. All we know is he helps the wounded, both human and mutant. He saved my life some 5 years ago.
Why didn't your buddy, the doctor, step in for Gray, huh? Too busy stitching a tentacle back to a bloodsucker's ass. Or are we hunters worse than mutants?
If he didn't help, he couldn't. Or didn't want to. Or maybe the
Are these mercs looking for the doc?
They swung by the other day, asking where the doctor was at, where he was last seen, throwing money around. So I told them as much as I could. If I'd known what would come of it, I'd have shut my fucking...
Tell me more about the doc.
Want me to do a little dance for you while I'm at it? Everybody's got questions about him. First,
It can get much worse. The doctor is a legend around here.
I'm telling you, it was the doctor. We'd been hunting his pets. That's why he came after.
You're an idiot, Hornet. The doctor saved my ass once. And I've been in the hunting business around here for a...
What are you guys doing?
Breathing flesh's first stew. We're hunting, what else? We can't all go anomaly diving and playing. Sometimes scientists cut us a check for some mutants. Or freedom tosses us a job. Life's pretty decent here. I used to feel at home in these woods. But now... it's like I'm locked
Good
up
timing
all
for Raiden.
over again.
We'll find them.
Or they'll find us first.
So you've seen the doc?
Just like I see right now. Except I had a hole in my gut, so the memory's a little hazy. I saw a shadowy figure. My wound was all cleaned and patched up. And my radio was even charged. The guy said I was missing for a week. So don't pay attention to Hornet.
So where should I start?
Ray was gonna stake out a place where the doctor was spotted before. It was a while ago, but... I don't have any other leads.
So that's why you've been chattering away for 2 hours straight? Huh? You're thinking it's...
You're after the doctor, Stalker, and I'm looking for the bastards who did Gray in. Why don't we land each other?
Don't listen to him, Loner. 2 fellas took on McClue's job.
Hornet, shut
Gray
the
and a
fuck
new
up,
guy.
I have
See
guns.
what's left of him. Something's fishy. If you go after them, you might not make it back out.
Thanks for the help.
If those mercs were behind it, watch your step out there.
Better yet, get out of here while you still...
Yeah, no. We are saving here now that we got through that conversation. We're good. I don't feel like doing another set of walking sims at the current moment. I have tomorrow. See ya. I am totally spent on soccer today.